Greetings, everybody! I finally remembered to not mute my mic! Woohoo! So, welcome to another Chaos and Disorder Day. I am going to turn up the second piece of music that we have, our Logic and Trip and Recap time. And also, just a shout out, Merry Christmas Eve to those who have celebrated Christmas, and Happy Kwanzaa for you folks who are celebrating in that particular holiday. But otherwise, happy holidays. We still gotta go through New Year's Eve, so I'm very excited for New Year's. It's gonna be a new year, new people, new us. It's gonna be great. Hello, D Serpentine. Alright, so with me I have my assistant Naruhodo and what I'm gonna be calling our Chaos and Disorder jurors, Alan and Whiteblade. So say hi, everybody. You should be able to speak now.
Oh, what's going on, people? We are back again with another Chaos and Disorder Day. You know how it is. We are gonna go into this courtroom and do all kinds of crazy shit.
Oh, yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is going to be a fantastic New Year's late Christmas event. We are gathered here to confess murder.
Confess? Confess? Wait, we're confessing murder?
We're defending a guy who's being accused of murder.
Alright.
Yeah.
Anyways, in honor of tradition, lovely Naruhodo, what happened last time actually, before you do, I want to heavily apologize for not uploading Day 7. Life got in the way, and the week spended kind of ended, and I could not upload the VOD. However, I was able to get some clips in, and then put in the clips that were done in our stream, and try to, put in a recap to what we did. So if you have not watched it, go to the Bell and Friends channel. One moment, I apologize. Oh, wait, no, that's an image. No, I want the channel. There we go. Oopsie. I took out the music.
Be sure to like and subscribe.
Yeah! Yes, so this is the official VOD channel where I'm going to be uploading all the VODs that are going on, VOD, VOD, whatever you want to call them. That's the channel where I'm going to put them on. Now, we can get on with the recap. So, Naruhodo, what happened last time?
Well, let's see if I can remember. Oh, wait! Yes, I do! Last time, we encountered Herlock Sholmes in the basement of Mr. Setsue's residence, and we discovered another mystery on our hands. It turns out that his landlords are actually husband and wife, and they're going through marital troubles. Seriously, you think that's bad? But we've got something worse. Anyway, after that, we stepped outside to go back to the prison to talk to Mr. Setsue about what we found out. And then we encountered this rather charming Shakespearean fellow who seems to know our client personally. And also this weird Popeye looking dude who has a grudge with him. And then we went back to the prison. And after some self-confidence, Naruhodo is ready to represent Mr. Setsue in the trial as his lawyer. So now we're going to go into the trial and hopefully get a victory that is well-deserved this time.
Oh, definitely. I'm definitely confident about it.
So yeah.
Hold on. Oh, I thought my name was called. My apologies. I thought my name was called. I'm looking over. I'm like, what? Who's calling my name? Anyways, now that I can stop this music and play the game music. Alright. So, we are going to be jumping into the court case of Mr. Soseki Natsume. So.
I keep saying his name wrong.
Soseki Natsume, for those who don't know how to pronounce Japanese words. Really quick too. Right, my brain. So, for those who don't remember what Soseki was accused of, he was accused of stabbing a woman in the back. And apparently, there are witnesses to this. So, we'll hopefully crack down on it, figure out what the heck is going on. But this is just a me-think theory. This is just a Bella theory. Me thinks that the Garadebs had something to do with it. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I could be wrong, but
But hey, that's just a theory. A Bella theory.
You got it. Bingo bongo. All right.
Somebody make a Bella theory logo right now.
Bingo bongo. Alright. Alright, let's...
we already have a logo. Just get a Sylveon sticker.
Oh my god. Well, I actually still have to commission emotes for the streams because I want to make like emotes for Selena, Hime, Stella, and Bella. So one of these days, if I have the money, I'm gonna start commissioning people to do some emotes. So hopefully. Anyways, we are February 20th. We're 2 months early. Anyway, so we are at the Defendant's Indie Chamber. It is time.
Bella,
To start.
it's the 28th.
Well, still, it's kind of like 2 months-ish early. Anyway, we are going to go into the game and start the case.
Well, I never expected this. Who'd have thought we'd be back here again so soon? My guy, this is pretty much your second home. You live here.
We are on a study tour of Great Britain, with the intention of learning the country's legal practices. Hopefully my mic is capturing loud enough for you guys. I figured out how to get stuff layered out for things, so yeah.
You're good. You're good.
In order to research the latest court procedures here, we need as much court experience as possible.
Well, yes, I suppose that's true, but for the person in the dock, it may well be his or her one and only time in court, and it could be life-changing. In which case, treating it as research may seem a little crass.
Oh, when you put it like that, you're quite right.
You're right.
I think this is, Natsume? I think this is Natsume, Alan.
You're up, buddy.
Oh, good morning.
Yes, it is. Yep, it is.
Ah, Mr. Natsume, good morning. You're staring at a painting.
Oh, dear. Are
Dude,
you
shit.
alright? Your eyes are terribly bloodshot.
Do his eyes ever look normal?
Yep, get clear eyes right now.
Anyway, the early
They
bird
haven't
catches
been
the worm.
made yet.
The
Anyway.
early bird catches the worm, as they say here in Britain.
Yes, I've heard that expression.
But I really don't want to catch a worm. So I tried desperately not to wake up early, but I was so worried I couldn't catch a break.
Have you tried not screaming on top of your lungs?
I don't think that will ever help. And now, I'm absolutely exhausted as a result.
All literally people take things so literally. Yes.
Thank
I
you
would
for
hate to
putting
tell
me-
him that
Go on.
I would hate to tell him that there's a wet floor sign or it's chilly outside.
Oh,
Anyway,
hold on one moment. I actually realized I had a mention. I didn't even read it. Rage and Ronick, have a belated Merry Christmas to you, and... Wait a minute! Today's the day after your birthday? Haha!
someone say.
Okay,
birthday?
no, we don't use that meme here. I'm just joking around.
Dad.
No, that's only for the fan server. I don't want to start dragging that meme everywhere. But yes,
Alright,
happy
alright.
belated birthday, Rage and Ronick. Happy belated birthday. I hope you got what you wished for. But yes. Anyways, let me get back to my lines here. Thank you for putting your faith in us today, Mr. Natsume. Aw.
And the music went quiet.
I wish I had 9 lives! My whole future hangs in the balance! You're trembling right now!
The guards, the bailiffs standing by the door are like, what the fuck?
Did I just witness a man go through methamphetamines in 5 seconds?
Should we postpone the trial until he sobers up?
I don't know.
It would take forever for that to happen.
Yeah, it would take like forever.
Probably.
Really? Really? Because I could feel tremors in the floor, and they're not the graboid kind.
I can't do this! I can't take it! Although, locum student Mr. Naruhudo Esquire,
Yes?
I caught a glimpse of the public gallery as I walked by the courtroom. It looked like the opening night of the opera. There were so many people. I had no idea my case was such a notorious affair here in London.
Oh, neither did I. Do you know why that might be, Mr. Zato?
I'm sorry, Mr. Naruhodo, but I have no idea.
It's murder! It's big everywhere! So, that although look on your face is just coincidence, then, is it? Coincidence? Okay.
Truth from me! It's because of the Reaper, isn't it?
Lord Von Zeeks? Is that right, Mr. Zato?
I purchased as many different newspapers as I could find this morning. And yes, Lord Von Zeeks is on the front page of every one.
I knew it!
Oh, excuse me. Sometime after the prosecutor was dubbed the Reaper of the Bailey. He stopped appearing in court, it seems. It's been several years now, in fact, until the day before yesterday.
Yes, Inspector Greggs had told us something similar, didn't he?
Okay. Oh, wait.
The trial 2 weeks...
Never mind. Go on.
The trial 2 days ago marked Lord Von Zeeks' return to the courtroom after a very long hiatus. The trial of Magnus McGilded. Ugh, what a harrowing experience that was.
You're telling me.
Do you really need to
I believe that appearance made even greater waves here in the capital than today's.
But we wouldn't have realized, of course, having only just arrived in the country.
Why is the Reaper back in the Bailey so soon? For what appears to be a mundane murder. That's the question the papers are asking, and they are all speculating various answers.
Mundane? Mundane? It's the most significant saga of the century to some of us!
Oh dear, I meant no offense, Mr. Natsume, but that is how the papers are describing it.
Well, let's be almost forget the fact that it could spark an international incident. Obviously, the reappearance of the infamous prosecutor has caught people's attention. But there's another blatant similarity with the trial of 2 days ago.
Yes, I agree.
Locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. It's you!
It's you who goes into the dungeon. No, I'm joking.
Me? Well, I suppose that's true.
Both times, it was you who stands against this legendary prosecutor. It can only mean that you're friends with the Reaper! Wait, what?
Please, I don't rub shoulders with the Deathbringers.
That was quite a conclusion to jump to.
I'm afraid that there's really only one other explanation. It can only be another example, Mr. Naruhodo, of your uncommon bad luck.
Uncommon? God knows that's just another word to say, dear God, what have you stepped on this morning?
Thanks for that.
Oh, this is just my luck! Why was I being represented by a man with such frail fortune?
Motherfucker, I have a katana.
By the least lucky lawyer alive!
I have a katana.
I don't think that's gonna help with a court of law.
Well, let's not forget.
Oh, I thought you were actually talking. Also, Whiteley, what are you saying?
And I'm here too, says his deadest friend's ghost.
Oh my god.
That it was you, Mr. Natsume, who asked me to represent you. Yes, it's true that I'm just a student, new to London, with little in the way of experience or skills. Or luck. But I promise you this. I will fight your corner until the bitter end. and I will believe in you, Mr. Natsume.
Benevolent.
Benevolent, yeah. Oh, benevolent hello comes to Mr. Naruhodo Esquire.
You're not alone here with us, Mr. Natsume. Whatever happens, we will always be on your side.
Oh, benevolent non-locum assistant Miss Miko Toba Esquire is...
Aww.
I am in your debt forever!
Mr. Natsume, counsel for the defense.
You missed the... Wait,
I know.
You missed the...
I know. They kind of interrupted anyway, but you can read it if you want.
Right. I have in your debt forever! I shall never forget this great kindness for as long as I live!
Alright, the court session...
Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, the court session is about to begin. Kindly make your way into the courtroom at once.
And
Alright,
please keep
here we
your
go.
foot on the leash.
Oh my god.
All right then, Mr. Natsume. It's time. Let's
A
go.
leash has been thrown at
Yeah, yes!
Oh my god.
I sounded like Ed Bison sounding that yes.
Yes!
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 Yes.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
That sounded like Metaton. I'm sorry if I played.
Oh, yes.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
Anyway.
Anyways, continuing.
This is it.
Alright.
My second appearance in a British courtroom. And my second trial against the Reaper.
And I'm gonna hang that with a cliffhanger. Not ending the stream, but I'm gonna go get some water so I can prepare myself for voice acting. So give me one moment,
Well,
guys.
it's all important to hydrate.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna feed my pooch real quick.
I'm gonna sharpen the scythe.
Oh my goodness, this is definitely heating up. So, it's just you, me, and the chat. What to say? Well, I suppose... Did you get...
Okay.
Did the chat get what you wanted for the holidays?
Never mind, my dad's got it. Ugh. Don't fear the Reaper, or wherever that song goes.
I mean, in this case, I'm pretty sure you kinda should fear the Reaper.
You must
I
have
imagine
shown
this
fear.
Yeah, I imagine this isn't like the friendly Reaper from the DC Sandman books.
And I'm back with a sharp scythe for a reaper.
That's much better. Having a nice cold glass of water is gonna definitely help soothe the throat when I do Mr. Rah. So.
I hope you're watching over me, Kazuma.
I am.
I knew you were gonna do that!
Because this time, I won't let my faith waver. I
Just
believe
use
in
the
my quiet
sword.
blast.
Just use the sword.
Wait, it's just like you believed in me. I believe I can do this now. I'm ready for this fight.
Alright, here we go.
Good luck.
I got some cold
Oh,
water in a nice glass I got for Christmas, and we're good.
Chong chong.
Alright, here we go. Ooh, we got... Oh! Mr. Fairplay! Oh, no!
Alright, I gotta step back in the judge's shoes.
Yeah.
In her name of Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. I now call upon the counsels for the prosecution and defense to declare their willingness to proceed.
Okay, before we continue, does anyone remember who played Bruce Fairplay last game?
Alan did.
I did.
Alan did.
Okay, so Alan, you'll be Fairplay. So we'll continue.
Okie-dokie.
If you see a character that you've played like in the past, if there's like a character that seems familiar, just go ahead and take them. But if there's new characters, we will assign them accordingly. So.
Okay,
Okie dokie.
let's go.
The prosecution is fully prepared, my lord.
Okay, I feel like people should call you the Dracula of the Bailey. What with you flaunting that cape?
And I'm damn sexy with it.
God damn it.
The defense is ready, my lord.
Anyway, continuing as fun, Six. The Nipponese are a truly fascinating breed.
Sorry, what?
Reed? Really?
Lord Strongheart has told me all about you. That you are a student who arrived in London but 2 days ago. A mere amateur. Excuse me.
Do you have a point?
Being a compatriot, you feel compelled to try to help the accused, I suppose. Typical Nipponese arrogance. Forgive me, but I do not believe arrogance is an appropriate description.
Data-san.
After all, at our previous encounter, the defendant was found to be innocent.
Oh my god.
And already he's breaking out the wine.
I bring this shit out on the dime.
Very true. And a most fascinating, if dark, trial it was too. The tragic conclusion came later, of course. Here's to the acquitted and his unfortunate, violent end. Oh, I see some new people and I see some old people, so we're gonna go back and forth on this.
Thank you, counsels. I see both sides are in fine fettle. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, are you ready to carry out your duties here in court as impartial members of the public?
Yep, Bruce, fair play?
Yep, you'll never know when you might be down on your luck. But I believe in fair play for everyone.
Well, I must warn you, I'm rather more ruthless than I appear.
Frickin' Betty Boop.
That,
Oh boy.
wait, that's not... I don't
No,
think...
No,
that's not first. That's not lady first. That's a different man.
Yeah, that's a different man.
Yeah.
You know what? Whiteblade, why don't you take this guy?
Not me. Oh well, not me. What you see is what you get. I'm a peace-loving fellow.
I'm afraid to say, I think it's quite possible that mustached foreigner did the deed. Oh.
Can I take this guy?
You want to take him? Go ahead.
Come
Call dibs on the,
for? No doubt he did it anyway.
I call this guy.
Okay, go on.
Huh? Oh, sorry. Didn't quite catch that.
We had an old woman, now we have an old man.
Yep.
Very well, let us proceed. Your opening statement, if you please, Lord Fanseeks.
Alright. Trying to cough out all the hard stuff.
Just cough out, patient everyone, the Sylveon's coughing up a hairball.
I had dinner.
Really?
I had dinner. Jeez.
A hairball? Seriously, man?
She's a cat.
Pokemon, but
Eddie.
still. Very
Anyway.
recently, Great Britain signed an alliance with a rising power in the Far East. The accused in the dock today is a student from the same land, a certain Mr. Soseki Natsume. And while our country has extended this foreign student the warmest of welcomes, regrettably the kindness has not been returned. In fact, the student is accused of a most sinister act. Of plunging a knife into the back of an innocent woman who was doing nothing but walking down the street.
A knife crime? I tell you from bitter experience, those are the worst! Bloody oath they are!
Just look at that shallow complexion and that short stature. He's one of those dreadful Japanese.
Lady, I'm right here.
More casual racism.
let's get this over with. With me now, everyone. 1, 2, 3.
Sorry, didn't quite catch that.
Pray, forgive the discourtesy of smashing my hollowed chalice here in this great chamber.
Take your chalice and shove it up your bum.
And
Allow,
not to mention, not to mention you get replacement chalices, so...
allow me
You
to
probably got-
call the first witness to the stand.
You probably got like an infinite number of them underneath the fucking desk.
Jesus.
Dispenses a
feels
glass
like
out of from the outside of your field of vision, just slides in. Like
Very
Anyway.
well. Bailiff, lead the inspector in,
Oh,
please.
here we go, Mr.
Here we go.
Get the street broom ready, folks.
I smell fish and chips already.
Oh my goodness. All right. Your name and occupation, please. Yes, sir. Tobias Gregson, Detective Inspector, Scotland Yard. Would you please summarize the events of the case for the court, Inspector? Give me a second, I need to eat. Okay. The victim is thought to be a young woman in her 20s by the name of Olive Green.
I beg your pardon, Inspector. Thought to be?
Yes, having been stabbed in the back by her attacker's knife, the victim fell unconscious. That was 3 days ago, and now she's been comatose ever since.
What? So they don't even know who she is for sure? Also, I'm pretty sure a stab to the back wouldn't lead to a 3-day comatose. How much was this woman bleeding?
And where was she stabbed?
In the bag. I mean, obviously.
Comatose, I see. But her life is not in danger?
Excuse me. Fortunately for the instant student, the charge will not be murder. Pray elaborate on details, Inspector. Sir, if I could ask everyone to look at the street map, fish and chips, sir.
You're not even holding the fish and chips.
Jesus Christ, calm down.
It's called improvising. As I mentioned, the incident took place 3 days ago, around 5 in the afternoon. It happened on the pavement, running alongside Briar Road, a wide thoroughfare for horse-drawn vehicles. It had not long since stopped snowing as the victim, Miss Green, was walking down the street. Out of the blue, she was approached from behind by the accused and stabbed in the back. Luckily, the young lady's life was spared, and she's currently being treated in one of the city's hospitals. But being unconscious as she is, we've been unable to take a statement from her, of course. This is the case file with everything we know about the victim so far.
Thank you, Inspector. The court will accept the documents as evidence, if you please.
Case
Case file has been entered into the court record.
A file containing overview of the case, details
Well-
about the victim, and okay. We get it.
We gotta look. Should we? Oh, we can't look over it. Should we look over it?
Oh, yes, we can.
Wait. Incident report. Details. Young woman rendered unconscious following a stab in the back. Victim, Olive Green, female, short bird, early 20s. Location, environment of Briar Road, East Side. Reporting officer, Rolly Beat.
Or is
What?
it Royal Beat? I don't know.
Additional notes. Victim remains unconscious. Her name was gleaned from personal effects. Other details are unknown. Apart from the single stab wound from the large knife, the other side of injury was observed. The assailant was seen running away, reporting officer was sexually arrested the following day.
Okay,
So
that's
keep all this in mind, because I'm pretty sure we're going to need this later.
it. Yeah, we are. What of the weapon that was used? Sir, I have that here. It was removed from the victim's back.
Ouch. That big figure started making me scared to walk down the street now.
I mean, come on, that's not a knife.
It's a knife!
Gets out of bayonet.
With a
the
heavy
triangle
blade like that, almost anybody would have been able to stab that poor woman.
Even the scragged-looking Sozeki-san, I suppose. I hope you didn't hear that. A common or guarded jackknife, I would say. Rather nondescript.
I heard that.
Thank you, Inspector. The court accepts the blade as evidence. The jackknife has been entered into the court record.
Alright.
Now then, what do we know of the motive? Money or valuables, I presume?
Let's check out the knife, actually.
I guess we can check the blade. Oh, what happened here?
Okay, that thing is not sharp enough to stab somebody.
Wait a minute, there's no blood. How can... Wait a minute, there's no blood in this. How can Miss Green get stabbed if...
Yeah, we're looking.
Okay, something's already up.
Oh, look
So
here,
the
Mr.
width
Na-
and depth and the velocity speed can make anything impale into something, but there should have been blood in the first place.
Yeah,
Right?
if she was in critical condition, why did she go unconscious? If she's... I don't know. Anyway.
Oh, look here, Mr. Naruhodo. Just at the tip. A small piece of the blade appears to be missing.
Right. Well spotted, Mrs. Sato.
I wonder what could have happened to it.
Yes. You don't think... Oh god, don't be morbid. It could still be lodged as a victim to you. What did I just say?
Oh dear, I do hope not. That sounds terribly painful.
Can you
Alright.
turn the knife around? Can you
Yeah.
turn it around?
Oh wait, wrong buttons. Alright, so we
No.
know there's no...
Bleed.
Yep.
Okay,
And it wasn't wiped for blood.
so there's no blood and the tip is
Wait.
missing.
Wait,
So either truth...
hold
what?
on. What does this say? Oh! Oh, it's just closing the knife. But yeah,
Okay,
you
so
know
now
what?
we know that the...
Oh wait, shit. Ignore.
We can't,
just-
we can't do...
I'm pulling it back out and then saving it that way. That's all.
Okay, so now we know that the blade has been dulled or something.
Probably.
Anyway,
Blah, blah, blah. From what we can tell by looking at the women's possessions, it seems like she's a poor student herself. Hard to imagine she would have anything much worth pinching, my lord.
I see. In that case, are we looking at some deep-seated resentment towards the victim?
I'm afraid I couldn't say. Apart from visiting second-hand bookshops, the defendant, Mr. Natsume, doesn't appear to get out much. At this moment in time, we haven't been able to establish any sort of connection between him and the victim.
If theft and grievance have been ruled out as the motive, what reason could Mr. Natsume possibly have had for stabbing the young woman? Yet you arrested the man in spite of that, in a totally unjustified and heavy-handled way. Shut the fuck...
he threw away his wine bottle?
You just hear, you just hear.
It's just like, oh my god, I smell like wine in the back.
Like, just casually tossing away wine and wine bottles like he was Dracula, which again really doesn't help the whole looking like a vampire thing.
Remember the joke about the purse brew? I'm just imagining some poor fucking janitor.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
Oh my god. Anyways. Pray forgive the discourtesy of flinging a freshly uncorked bottle into the public gallery. But
Oh,
your-
it's filled, you asshole.
But your words have soured its hollow bouquet. For it is you, my learned friend, who is being heavy-handed here.
What?
Scotland Yard does not arrest people without good cause. That should go beyond question. Inspector Gregson, the prosecution calls for your formal testimony. Explain to the court precisely why the constabulary came to arrest a Nipponese student. Yes, sir!
All right, there's testimony. Here we go. Mr. Natsume's arrest.
Oh, come on. Give me some water here. Hold on.
yeah, I should probably drink some too.
Do you need someone else to do? Do you need somebody else to do his voice because I feel like it's gonna strain you?
I like a challenge.
Oh boy, that's not good.
As I said, it was 5 o'clock in the afternoon when the incident occurred, and there was an unusually light fog. Visibility was reasonably good, and there was no one else about by the victim and the accused. Out of the blue, the victim was stabbed from behind and subsequently collapsed on the pavement. The accused ran off, scattering his belongings all over the floor. Must be a number of old books he just bought. He was on his way home from a bookshop, it seems. It was just a matter of working out who the books belonged to, and we found the bloke to arrest him.
Okay. Old books, you say?
Yes, my lord. I have a photograph here of the scene of the crime, taken immediately after the incident. Alright, let's see.
Ah, yes, I can clearly see the books which you were referring.
But there is also the knife.
There's the knife. Okay,
But there's no blood. I don't see any blood. Wonder what happened.
You can't say it's a murder case, it's an attempted.
I will take that photographic print as evidence, please, Inspector. Crime scene photograph has been entered
We
into the
kind of
court
looked at
record.
it anyway, so we don't need to look at it again for now. You Nipponese are a spineless breed, too cowardly to admit defeat.
Oi, fuck you!
Would you stop being casually racist?
No.
No. Denying everything despite overwhelming evidence to the contrary.
Well,
Forgive me, Lord Von Six, but the defendant is not denying everything as you put it.
What are you doing, Mr. Sato? Do go on.
Mr. Natsume has admitted to playing some part in the incident. Isn't that right, Mr. Naruhodo?
Well, now that you mention it, when we visited him in the prison yesterday, he did tell us what had all happened.
This looks like a repeat, but...
As I was walking along that cursed pavement, I could make out the sole silhouette of another ahead of me.
Oh, this like a
A
repeat.
woman, wearing a green overcoat she was. And just as I went to overtake her, she suddenly let out a little scream and collapsed onto the cold, hard slabs of stone at my feet. I was terrified. I had to get away from there.
Oh.
So I ran as fast as my legs would carry me back to my accursed lodgings. A green overcoat?
Well, that's exactly what the woman in the print is swearing.
Oh my! A photographic print in full color? What will the world come up with next?
The defendant has done nothing more than admit he fled the scene of a terrifying incident. That does not mean he's guilty of the heinous crime of stabbing the woman in the back.
There was nobody else there at the time, just the two of them. The victim and the accused. In other words, there is nobody else who could possibly have stabbed the woman. A fact that the accused concedes.
I feel you there, dude.
It seems this cross-examination could prove to be pivotal, counsel. Proceed, please. Yes, my lord. Nothing for it. I have to use this cross-examination to turn the tables here. It's our only chance.
Alright, let's see. Let's see.
Well, I
Hold
feel
on.
like we should just...
Let me just make sure
Yeah,
I
that's
can. Let me make sure I can go back and forth. Okay.
Yeah, you can. Alright, so I say just press every little thing, because the slightest detail... You know what
there's
this
no
is. We have to examine everything.
I mean, there's no penalty for just examining the statements. It's just penalties for incorrect guesses, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on.
And we need all the evidence we can get.
Well, some have to, you know. Hold on. Don't worry. I'm not gonna do it again. Here we go.
Plus last time when we started pressing it, that's when the jury started taking shots.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second.
Usually
Hold
like fog,
Where is it?
local map, secondhand book receipt,
Okay.
a picture. So 3 books. So yeah, I figure you're trying to guess something, but there's 3 books in the picture.
Okay. So I just want to
Okay.
make sure, but yeah, we'll press. Might as well.
Yeah, we gotta get some info. A light fog, you say?
Well, light for London. You could see the opposite side of the street for once. Not much farther, though.
Is that a typical stereotype that London's just foggy all the time?
Apparently so.
I mean, it's due to the dry moisture of winter
Yeah.
and the humid heat of the, fires. So fog has been a constant thing.
Yeah.
That's light, is it?
Oh God, no! He's British.
We're in London. What do you think?
God damn it, Shadowon. Around these parts, yes. Nothing I'd expect a Japanese fellow like yourself to know, of course.
I've read that London is famous for its fog. But in my country, people usually imagine that gives the city a rather beautiful appearance.
How quaint. You're in London? Oh, man. Yes, well, it's nothing us Londoners tend to romanticize, as I expect you can appreciate.
I see.
At this time of year, the fog causes a large number of accidents, especially when it's heavy. Sometimes you can't even see your own hand at the end of your arm.
Indeed. The other day, I was very nearly trampled by horses before I could see the carriage they were pulling. Susato-san and I should definitely remember to stop, look, and listen.
Yeah, that's why it's important to look both ways before crossing the street.
Or have huge ears.
Wait a second. Oh, excuse me, I don't know why I'm yawning. However, on the day that concerns us, the fog was somewhat lighter than usual. A fact no doubt lamented by the accused. Alright.
Okay. So it was foggy, visibility reasonably good, there was no one else. Let's try and see if that's true. How are you able to state that with any certainty?
Quite simply, my learned friend, because that is what the witnesses to this crime have told us.
Ah, yes, Inspector Gregson mentioned the witnesses yesterday, didn't he?
That's right. One of them is a policeman, I believe, from Scotland Yard.
That is correct, ma'am.
Then we must
Wait,
hear a
what?
testimony.
The prosecution will, of course, call them to the stand, should it be necessary.
But wait a minute. At 5 o'clock in the afternoon in the middle of winter, it would have been dark already. No matter how light the fog might have been, no one could have seen...
I'm unaware of the situation on your tiny island in the east. But here in the capital city of Great Britain, all main roads are illuminated in the night by gas streetlights.
Ah!
The prosecution believes there would have been ample light by which to witness the crime.
Light. Here in London, for the first time in history, mankind has completely conquered the darkness. Which means we really need to hear those witness statements.
Alright, we're pressing everything then.
If I could just get through the fog of this cross-examination, maybe we'll be able to.
It seems the counsel for the defense is taking stock. Continue with your testimony, Inspector.
Okay. From behind, you say?
That's right, as you can see from this print.
Yes, quite so, Inspector. The handle of the weapon is clearly protruding from the victim's back. They say this poor woman, Miss Green, remains in a critical condition, comatose, no less.
Oh, excuse me. I'm afraid so, my lord, yes. She's being treated at Bart's.
You don't have a cow, man.
Don't have a cow, man.
Anyway, I was hopeful that she'd come around before the trial started so I could take a statement, but it wasn't to be.
Yes, that is indeed a pity. It would have been most illuminating to hear the victim's own account of events.
Luck is on your client's side, it seems.
On the contrary, my client has been exceedingly unlucky.
Your force of tone is seriously undermined by those disturbingly wide eyes, I'm afraid.
I just can't with this guy.
Alright, the accused
ran off.
ran off.
Scattered his belongings over the
Oh, it's
floor.
It was cute. I almost pressed C.
Mr. Natsume's belongings.
I think you'll find it's all there in the photographic print of the crime scene. Ah, the books.
Okay, the book.
That's probably the 3 books.
Yes, the 3 books on the floor.
That's right, my lord. Second-hand books they were. Irreparably damaged after falling in the snow, of course. The accused could easily have carried all 3 books in one hand, which means his other hand would have been free to wield a knife, for example.
He's very clever, isn't he?
What do you mean?
He's made it extremely hard for you to assert that Mr. Natsume had his hands full with the books. He's managed to close the one avenue of escape we might have had before we even knew it was there.
You mean to say that the defendant was holding his belongings as he thrust the knife into the woman's back?
That must be what happened, my lord, yes.
Okay.
And I
There's
have
a number of old books he's just bought. Okay, I feel like we should press this one because what if he says the names of the books aren't the ones that he had?
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
The defendant apparently visits a secondhand bookshop on a daily basis.
Yeah, so I understand. A shop full of old English literature. I command the accused on the lofty subject matter of his scholarly attention.
Yeah.
The bloke's room was stocked floor to ceiling with those musty old books.
Can you tell us more about the bookshop in question, please, Inspector?
Well, if I must, I'll have to ask you to look at the street map again, I'm afraid. The closest second-hand bookshop is to the accused's lodgings is placed here. Bourbon Books. Oh,
Okay.
it was at your books! Hold on.
Secondhand bookshop. Yo!
Yeah. Oh, this is something.
A little place on the corner of Briar Road and Mearsham Street. As it happens, the accused is currently living in lodgings on the other side of Briar Road at the opposite end, which means it doesn't take a genius to work out the route he would have taken home. I mean, that would be simple, but that's not the right bookcase. Something like this. The local map has been updated.
All right.
We get it.
Okay, yes, I concur with your conclusion, Inspector. The defendant would certainly have passed the scene of the crime on his way back from that particular shop.
Mr. Naruto, I think that what the inspector just told us could turn out to be of vital importance.
Yes, I agree. The most important point is that the inspector just made being the bookshop's name, bookshop's location, bookshop's name.
Okay.
Inspector Gregson, may I ask you a favor?
What?
Would you kindly add the name of the bookshop to your formal testimony, please? I believe it may be of vital importance.
Maybe?
Oh, well, yes! It could be a very important clue.
Very well.
Very well.
Oh, sorry. Go on.
Very well. Not that I can see it being of any great significance. But please revise your testimony accordingly, Inspector.
Yes, sir, my lord. Whatever you say.
Could there be any more sardonic?
Alright, so. He was on his
On his
way home.
from Bourbon Books.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
okay,
definitely something we
present,
gotta-
present.
Let me read the sentence. This is new.
Yeah.
He was on his way home from Bourbon Books, a second-hand bookshop he apparently patronizes. Alright. So this. No, I'm joking.
No, I swear to God, Bella.
Yep, we got it.
If I could just stop you right there, Inspector Gregson.
What is it, sunshine? I'm a wizard now, you know. Blah, 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 blah.
This is the receipt that we found in Mr. Natsume's room. It was issued on the day of the incident, and details of the purchase of the free secondhand books.
And you found that in the accused's room, did you?
Yes, but the point is not where the receipt was found, but the name of the shop printed on it.
Go on.
This receipt was issued from a bookshop called Your Books. Your Books? Y-O-R-E, I presume. Yes, my lord. So Mr. Natsume did indeed purchase a number of books from at a secondhand bookshop that day. However, the bookshop in question was not Bourbon Books.
Oh, here we go.
Inspector, do you know this other bookshop?
Yes, sir. Your Books is another second-hand bookshop not far from Bourbon Books. It's just that, well, it's such a small place, I didn't think the accused would have known about it.
But in fact, that is the bookshop which the defendant visited on the day in question. And this receipt proves it.
Now what?
Yes, for what difference does it make? Wherever the man purchased his musty tomes, it makes no difference in the final analysis.
I disagree. I mean, after all,
I have the street map here, if that might be of help.
Yes, thank you. Have a look at this, please.
Okay, let's see. Where is your
If the defendant had been returning from Bourbon Books, then yes, he would almost certainly have passed the place where Miss Green was attacked. However, if we take into account the fact that he was actually at another bookshop, your books, it may well turn out he would have passed that location at all.
That be true?
My, it rather depends on where this other bookshop is, but I do declare it may be a possibility.
It sounds like British Betty Boop.
Isn't that right, Mr. Lawyer, sir? What do you just say?
Beep, 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 beep.
Okay.
Absolutely. It absolutely could be right.
And,
Inspector Gregson, where is this your books establishment?
well, obviously we looked into that.
No, you didn't.
It turns out that
They
the
had
Your
to.
Books, it's just here on the
Aha!
it's just here on the next corner of Meerschaum Street going east.
So, oh, you know what? He could have gone.
He probably went by Calabash Road.
Hold on. Let me see. Yep, so he could have gone that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless something spontaneously happens and that street is closed.
Well, let's keep going.
Don't
And there
spoil.
you have it. As you can clearly see now. Oh.
Again! Where did you get the wine? Where did you get the glass? You keep tossing them away like they're just used toothpicks.
I am magical and you do not question me.
At one point, I'm
Oh
sure
my
you should,
God.
I suspect he's gonna fucking yeet the wine bottle at us.
Anyways. Just remember, Whiteblade, I am voicing the character, so
I know, I'm just joking.
I know. My Learny Penny's friend is obviously in training to be a clown. The way he regales us with
Clown?
such witticisms. To your future career in the circus.
Damn.
Oh, good grief.
You put that glass down now, or I'll put it down for you!
Jesus!
I didn't think I needed to spell it out, but here we go. And the accused was coming home from Old Books instead of Bourbon Books. There's no doubt he would still have passed the place where the victim was stabbed.
Yes, thank you, Inspector.
Allow me to reiterate from I learned if someone Sloan, Penny's friend.
Oh, I take offense to that one.
Oh!
And he shattered it? Come on.
Wherever the man purchased his musty tomes, it makes no difference in the final analysis.
And someone shot an imaginary bullet at him again.
As I suspected. Wait, no. As I suspected, you can't fool me, and I don't suggest you try.
What did I say? I've had enough of this now.
Beg your pardon? Terribly sorry. Would you mind repeating that?
Old man, where's your hearing aid?
Mr. Naruhodo, we mustn't give up.
What do you mean?
If the prosecution's assertion is correct, the members of the jury may very well decide that Mr. Natsume is guilty.
Ah, she's absolutely right.
We must think. We must consider the assertion just put forward by the prosecution very, very carefully.
They claim Soseki-san must have passed the location of the incident on his way home from your books, but... Raise an objection!
What if he went the other way?
The assertion just made by the prosecution was fundamentally flawed! Explain yourself, counsel. Yes, my lord. You can see what I mean on this map. Returning from your books to his lodgings, Mr. Natsume could have followed the route suggested by the prosecution. However, that isn't the only conceivable route to take between the two places.
There we go.
If the defendant used these streets, look what happens. He arrives back at his lodgings without passing the location where the victim was attacked.
Talking back to a clown is a fool's errand, of course. However, I feel compelled to point out that route is what commonly is referred to as the long way round.
Ah.
So?
On a cold winter's night, why would any man choose to take a longer route home?
Well, he's kind of a crazy man, so...
The answer is extremely simple. He wouldn't. In other words, the accused took the obvious route back to his lodgings, and this is the obvious perpetrator of this crime.
But, yes, I've got it. Obviously, we must ask the man himself. Ask Mr. Natsume which route he took home.
Oh, hold on.
Half Crooked Grin just resubscribed for 31 months. Drats. I thought you won't be continuing
you didn't read
until
your
next
line.
month.
Hold on, what?
Well, it's after Christmas and right before the holidays, so might as well grin. And thank you for subscribing. Let me go read my lines now. I was reading the chat. I already informed the court of the accused's response to such questioning. He claims he has no recollection. That's right. As I said, the bloke seems to spend his time outside wanderingly aimlessly from A to B. That day was no exception. He says he doesn't remember where he was or which route he took home.
I don't believe this.
I thank you, my learned friend, and suggest that we do not waste any more time of the court's time by wandering aimlessly around the subject.
Oh boy.
Yeah, if I can.
Uh-oh.
Pray,
I feel
what
like we're
say
about
you
to have
insightful jurors?
But even if that is the case, the feds still...
What?
Oh. Everybody's saying hold it. The jurors are saying hold it.
I agree with Lord Van Zeeks. Wholeheartedly and in every way.
Alright, so what are the facts? So far, we've learned that... Okay, let me bring up the court record. The prosecution thinks he was at Bourbon Books, but we found out he was at your books, so he could still take the path from Mearsham to Briar into the path of Mr. Natsume's lodgings.
However,
But others are saying he went this way. Or the long way around.
Yeah, but if you think about it, it would still be the same estimate of time.
Unless one of the roads was closed. See, I would agree if Calabash Road, let's say, was closed for... So I'm gonna scribble. Let's say this road was closed. If he went this way, then I would understand that.
But there's a key difference between the objective of time of travel. If either or the case, Brandon books or your books, there would be a key difference of which
Okay,
route
let me
you
see.
would.
All right, hold on. What time was this occurred? Let me see.
Yes,
It doesn't.
around like
It doesn't say
Yeah,
what
it is.
time.
they estimated around 5 a.m. in the morning, and the bookmark receipt would say that too.
It's p.m.
Right,
They're saying it's 5 p.m.
right, around 5. So by the time he travels from 5 or 4:45 at your books, by the time he would have reached to the destination where the crime scene happened, that must be around exactly maybe 5. So maybe 15 minutes past of the travel distance.
And my dad just sees upstairs. I probably picked it up.
Hold on a second.
So let's say for estimate travel, 5
This
minutes
is quicker.
to...
This is the quicker route. This would have taken about 4 to 5 minutes if you think about it. This way would be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 minutes. So about approximately 4 to 5 minutes this way, 10 minutes this way. That's just an estimate from me.
Well,
Okay.
Let's say he goes in a giant freaking circle, unless one of the roads is closed off.
Yeah.
Well, what, we're gonna have to find out later because right now the jury is about to shoot.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, did you see your line, by the way?
What? I don't believe it. Does this mean?
We members of the jury are completely convinced now.
Oh, dear.
Very well. In that case, I hereby call upon all members of the jury to present your findings to the court.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Nope, no voice
Fuck.
acting.
Stop. Stop it. Stop it. Stop. Stop. Are you?
No!
Don't worry, we still have an attempt. Remember, we can take this back.
Well, it would appear that the jury's reading is unanimous.
Remember, we can fight back and make them change their minds. Remember.
And I'm down the floor.
To the insightful members of the jury, I applaud your brave resolve. You serve Queen and country admirably. Mr. Naruhodo. Bruce Fairplay, a random woman, a random man, Mr. Garadeb's wife, a random man, and a random old man.
No. Not yet.
Uh-oh, here we go.
This isn't over yet. I still have one last chance to sway the opinion of the jury.
Yep, it's time to
I
fight
have to
against the
tip balance
jury.
of those- I have to tip those balances scales the other way. I have to turn this around. Somehow.
Those are the eyes of Quarry, not yet willing to give up and die. So I presume you intend to wield your rights again in this trial. Rights of the defense written in antiquated British law that should have been buried long ago.
Call it antiquated if you will. But it's the defense's prerogative to carry out a summation examination if it so chooses. Very well, counsel. In accordance with the letter of law, we shall proceed with a summation examination.
Alright, let's see.
Are the members of the jury ready, Mr. Foreman?
Of course we're ready. I'm all too familiar with that Nipponese whippersnapper and his onkus refusal to throw in his alley. Onkus?
I don't know.
Very well, then. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will each explain on what grounds you have determined the defendant to be guilty.
Alright, let's see. Alright, the jurors' contentions.
For pity's sake, that little Nipponese oddity already admitted it himself, didn't he?
No.
If he said that a woman in green collapsed before his eyes, why, it can only have been the victim.
A man wouldn't have gone around the houses on his way back from the bookshop on winter.
So the poor woman was attacked from behind, was she? How dreadful.
I really don't care. Can't we just wrap this up now? I've got work to be doing.
Your book. Yes, nice shop, that. Written books? No, not worth a visit.
Oh.
Number 6 could be very useful.
If only minor exceptions, reasons for the finding of the defendant guilty are all too clear.
When the stabbing occurred, the only two people at the scene were the victim and the accused. And the accused himself has admitted to seeing the victim and her green overcoat sink to the ground before his eyes.
Furthermore, we have heard from the inspector that the defendant then fled the scene. I must say, I would have ample grounds to convict this man already.
Oh dear. Even the judge appears convinced of Mr. Natsume's guilt now.
Why did he have to run away like that? And how are we supposed to believe in some phantom attacker that nobody else could see? This is impossible. How could I possibly make a case for the defense?
Mr. Naruhodo, this is no time for grumbling.
Juror number 3 is not the Hatter. It's a different guy.
If we force to continue the trial, if we want to force the trial to continue.
Yes, I know. I have to turn the tide. I must make the jurors change their minds. Well, 4 of them at least.
Oh. Oh, I didn't realize that was a suggestion. Juror 3 and Juror 6. Let's see what they have compared. Oh shit, did I have a line?
Exactly. We have no choice but to forge forward.
You have the floor, counsel. Begin your summation examination. Yes, my lord.
Boosh.
Oh,
I just need to keep this trial going somehow, wherever it takes. Come on, Ryunosuke, you can do this.
Alright, so Grin is suggesting Juror 3 and Juror 6 are the two differences, so let me read to what they have to say really quick.
Alright, let's read. Let's read for them real quick.
Alright.
3 and 6.
Okay.
Okay. Then we've got around the houses way back from the bookshop now in winter.
The man wouldn't have gone around the houses on his way back from the bookshop. Oh, I kinda see.
Yeah, why would he visit a bookshop? That's shit. I can see that.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Floating the green flaps before his eyes, why it can only have been the victim. You sure? Grace said Gloomy
Alright.
already did it himself.
Let's try this. I'm gonna try it.
Save.
Yes, calm yourself. Calm yourself, Naruhodo.
don't forget, save it now, or
Your-
risk doing it again.
Your excellent assistant is marking this down. Anyways. Alright, let's try this. We're pitting 3 with 6. Nope.
Incorrect. Go back. Incorrect. Not even worth it.
Nope, that's not true.
Not worth it.
That's not it. Sorry,
Damn it,
Grin.
Grin.
Sorry, Grin, that's not correct.
Well, it was worth a shot at least.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, hold
Okay.
on.
Wait, whoa. If the woman claps green before his eyes, why could have been the victim? Okay.
Hold on a second. Hey, Hacks! Oh, you saw the new Sonic movie? Yes, it is amazing. Hold on.
I mean himself. Okay. What are you thinking, Bella?
Wait, you can press on things, remember?
One was attacked from behind.
Oh,
What?
I can
Try
press.
number 6.
Oh, I can press on the witnesses.
Yeah, but I mean the jurors. Okay, yeah. I think we might have to press them. We can't go off information.
Yeah.
It's not easy as it was before. Yeah, just press them and see
All
what's
right, yeah, let's do that.
fuck.
No, it's alright.
It sends a shiver down my spine to hear the members of the jury so convinced of Mr. Natsume's guilt. But I can't help
be
feeling
fair,
that
one
some
of
of their
the-
opinions are rather subjective.
I agree. It's the irrelevance of what some of them are saying that sent a shiver down my spine. Still, at least some of their assertions don't actually incriminate Mr. Natsume, if anything. That's something.
We must use it to our advantage, Mr. Naruhodo, cunningly.
Yes, you're right. Let's listen to the jurors again, carefully. And if any of their assertions are at odds, I'll put them mercilessly against each other.
Yes, don't hold back. Pit them all against each other.
Alright, you know what? Let's press.
If you say so, do it. Shoot. Excuse me, but aren't you?
Yes, that's right. I was in the witness stand myself just 2 days ago.
Yes, I had a feeling I knew your face. Or the side of it, anyway.
Yes, it was a green overcoat. Wait a minute! Grin, what?
But
Grin said cloak. Wait, that's...
go to
I
court
don't
record. Go to the
think
court
it was
record real
the-
quick.
I'm pretty sure it said she was wearing a green overcoat.
Gold green, short build, early 20s. All these details are known. Blah blah blah. No, not on that page. I think. Victim: olive green, female, short build.
Yeah, it is green. That looks like an overcoat, though.
I'm pretty sure that's not important for this particular detail. And we can't leave the titles of
Alright.
the books.
Anyway.
If I remember
But
correctly,
anyway.
you're a banker, aren't you?
That's right. After the gold rush down under, I came back to London to work. And it was all going swimmingly until you started fossicking around. Bruce Fairplay was a man of repute.
Sorry.
Don't think I've forgotten how you treated me the other day. You had me and that young hatter pegged as criminals.
Oh well, you know, water under the bridge.
Now there's all sorts of rumors buzzing around, and the police have been badgering me non-stop.
If I could turn back to the clock, if I could turn back the clock.
Well, anyway, I don't know about the hatter, but at least I'm in the clear now. I'm free to make up my own mind about who's guilty and who isn't.
Ah, thank goodness.
No.
All right, maybe I might struggle to change this man's mind, given our awkward history.
Oh dear, I wonder what's become of Mr. First now.
Alright.
Hey, I have a
All right, Miss
suggestion.
Sadie Boop, what about you? The one green collapsed before his eyes. Why Gully been the victim?
There's nothing to.
You're right at the time of the incident. The defendant admits to having seen someone wearing a green overcoat walking ahead of
Yeah,
him.
green overcoat. That's right.
Not quite, that's precisely my point. Clearly that someone wearing green was the victim. And clearly that funny little Nipponese man with the disturbing mustache is the culprit.
But let's not forget, madam, the defendant vehemently denies attacking the woman.
Why, of course he does. If he admits to stabbing her, his life is over. The man is obviously a liver-faced coward, honestly, claiming the woman simply collapsed before his eyes.
Well, if that's a lie as you're suggested, do you not think he would have concocted something more credible? Concocted something more credible?
That's true. Oh,
Pat, pat, pat. Well, I really couldn't say. After all, you are foreign. Who's to say what goes through your funny little minds?
I'll tell you what's going through my little mind right now, but you wouldn't like it.
I'm with him on that one.
I do declare the man has already made the admission. He himself has stated that there is nobody else around. Surely the conclusion is obvious. No one else could have possibly have committed this awful crime. If no one else could have done it, the accused must have been the man. Really, it couldn't be more simple.
Your argument is compelling in its simplicity, I must admit.
Oh my, you are too kind, my lord.
That went well for her.
alright. Let's press this guy really quick. Yeah, we should probably press this guy. He does make a point.
Woman explaining, really, half-crooked grin.
That really grim.
Like, you can't deny that there are other routes Mr. Natsume could have taken back from your books.
No, yes, like you draw on the map, you mean? What was it? Calvertish Road or something?
Precisely.
But it seems to me that what counts to whether the little Japanese fellow actually went that way or not.
Well, yes, that's true.
At that moment, there is no proof that shows he did, is there?
Well, yes, that's true as well.
But I understand it, the accused himself doesn't remember which way he went, does he?
Well, yes, that's annoyingly true.
Whether or not winter nights are cold and are dark and cold. So that I see it, you want to go home as quickly as possible.
That is true.
Yeah. Well, yes. Why is all this true?
So really, the only thing that makes sense is we went home a long, barren road.
Ah, I'm supposed to be convincing you here.
Well, I've been giving a lot of thought, you know. I didn't just make it up my mind on the whim that he did it. I mean, if there was some logical way he might have gone to Cavalish Road way, it would have been a difference.
Oh!
I'd be happy to reconsider my position in that case. I would.
Okay, so the only way to convince number 3 is if we give him proof as to if there's another reason he would have gone the long way around.
A reason why Soseki-san might have taken the longer way home.
Yes, a good reason. I don't imagine you'll be able to sway this young man's opinion without one.
Okay. What do you have to say, Mrs. Spills all the tea made?
Spilling it on purpose, too?
Mrs. Spills the tea on purpose?
Whatever is the matter, young man?
You're the wife of Mr. Garrett, aren't you? The landlord who rents Mr. Natsume's room.
The master's wife? Where do you get your ideas, sir? I'm the maid! The maid, you understand!
Why try to hide it here when you've already been busted?
Keeping up that charade? This is going to be awkward. Why didn't you mention this yesterday? That you've been selected for the jury this trial, I mean.
Well, I was told not to mention it to anyone until the day of the trial, you see. It was in the letter I received. The instructions were very clear, so I'm afraid I had no choice.
That is true.
I see. Anyway, Mr. Natsume, the defendant, takes lodging in your master's house, doesn't he?
Yes, that's right. Although he's only been in a little over a week now.
And in that time, surely you must have taken stock of his character. Does Mr. Natsume look like the kind of man who would commit such a heinous crime as this?
Oh my goodness me, yes, he's just the sort.
What?
Yeah, what?
Spending all his time in that dark and dingy room, sporting that unscrupulous mustache. The man never speaks, and don't get me started on those shifty eyes. All the neighbors are talking about him. I've heard them, you know. People think he must be building a bomb in there or something. Oh
Can I
dear,
ask
poor
for
Mr.
pause
Natsume.
for a moment?
How could people say
Can I
such
answer?
things about him?
What's going on?
I was gonna ask for a pause because I want to look at this woman and just shake my head violently no.
Oh my
Imagining
god.
all the other things.
Yeah, bomb threats are no joke. You get kicked off airplanes for that.
Yeah.
He's just a harmless bookworm, nothing more.
Like you only know him for a week and you're just shit talking him.
Yeah.
Woman?
Fact, it's like 1980s. People are racist.
Oh yeah.
1980s! 1890s!
Whatever the fuck, I don't care. Well, you just called him a worm, so... Anyway, I better be careful about inviting this maid to speak. She's had enough damning things already.
Right.
Alright, now let's check this jock.
Yeah, what work is he doing?
Yeah, what work are you doing,
Actually,
guys?
that is a good point. What is he doing?
A man's life is on the line here, sir. This will take as long as it takes.
Don't get clever with me now, son. My life's on the line too, and so is my family's.
Ah.
The likes of you wouldn't understand, but a laborer like me can't afford to take time off.
Oh,
Girl,
I
what kind of
think
labor
I
are
know
you
what.
talking
I
about?
think I know what he does.
Well, let's find out.
Is it a certain word that we can't say here?
No,
If I
I-
don't work,
I-
I don't eat.
I think he's a constructor.
I
Well,
didn't
let's
read that.
find
I didn't
out.
read. I didn't read.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
Good thing we have the
I
history
don't
here.
work, I don't eat, and neither do the wife or kids.
Sorry.
Oh, I see. That must be very hard.
I've got to go to the union every morning to find out what needs doing, and if you're late and the work's taken, it's tough.
So the union, where they have list of jobs to do, probably, I want to say, road work?
Well, let's find out.
This time of year, there's water and gas supply pipes bursting left, right, and center.
What did I say? What did I say? What did
We're
I
after
say?
labor to get the roads dug up to fix it. It's hard slog from dawn to dusk it is.
So, you were out digging up the roads on the day of the incident as well, were you?
That's right.
Which road?
That's it.
In fact, if I remember rightly, it was just round the corner from where it all happened. At an old bookshop it was.
Where?
What? Another coincidence?
Where?
That's right. Mason Street it was.
That's it.
So.
There!
Hey, Ed.
Oh,
That's the
That's
road!
right.
Free at five, free at five, free at five, free at five, free at five. Pit them. Pit them. After we're done with this.
Hold on.
Meersham Street.
On the map, Mr. Naruhodo, there are only 3 named streets.
Juror number 5, I need you to add that information to your formal statement, please.
What's the point of that? Can't we just get this business over with now?
Please, sir, it's important.
Fine, I'll do it then.
Alright, you can read the new sentence and I'm
Okay.
gonna start pinning.
On the day it happened, I was digging up Ministrum Street from dawn till dusk.
Alright, here
Yeah,
we go.
that's it.
4,
3 and 5. That's
shotgun,
it.
and shoot!
Yep, that's it!
Those two statements are clear at odds with one another.
Yep, that's right! Nice job, guys!
At odds, counsel, explain yourself.
please, don't point. It wasn't me. I
Yeah?
swear. Those knives
Okay.
are mine.
Guys, we're having dinner right now, so just be thinking about me.
Okay,
Ew, what? I just want to get this done and dusted. Alright, I just want to get this done and dusted.
well, juror number 3?
Oh,
sorry.
me, sir? What do you mean?
Juror number 5's words just now are extremely significant. Let's take a moment to consider the implications of what's been said on our map of the local area. On the day in question, Mitsuru Natsume visited this bookshop to purchase a number of secondhand books. And on that same day, we now know that there were works being carried out on Meerstrom Street, making it impassable. Which means that the defendant's route home could not have taken him along Meerstrom Street and down Briar Road.
Oh, yes, of course. What do you think, sir?
Well, yes, you can't argue with that, really, can you? We must have had a good 2 yards or more of the pavement off. Every gentleman and gentlewoman that came along had to turn back and go the other way.
So, the only conclusion is this. The defendant must have taken the longer route back to his lodgings. Yes!
Yes, I
sorry.
suppose he must have.
I keep forgetting year 3, I'm sorry. I keep forgetting that you're still on the call and like I keep thinking, oh, he's gonna go be
Yeah,
right back.
is there anything I can do in the meantime, or?
You know what? You want to take over for juror 5 while we wait?
Alright, sure. I suppose that must be right, eh?
Juror number 3, you said the following. The man wouldn't have gone around the houses on his way back from the bookshop. But we see now that he had no choice. By the way, he said yes.
I just said yes.
Oh, you said his line
probably
just...
wasn't picked up on the mic.
Okay, sorry.
Yes.
Uh,
Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Judge, sir, if I may.
Yes?
I don't think in all good consciences that I can say the man's guilty now.
Yes!
Yes, I'd like to see this trial to continue so we can get to the bottom of what really happened.
Yep, we got it. There's one.
Woo-hoo!
How about you, sir?
Me? Well, alright then. If there's a hole in the prosecution's argument, it should be filled in. That's what I say.
That's number 2.
Okay, yeah, the tides are turning in our favor.
Almost. We got at least 2 more to go. Excuse me.
Well
Well done, Mr. Naruhodo. That was wonderful.
Oh, right. I'm Ryunosuke for a little bit. Well, we've managed to change a couple of minds at least. It strengthened our position somewhat.
Yes, and it will prompt the other members of the jury to reconsider their stance as well. They'll be asking themselves if their current leanings are really right or not.
Oh, wait, was that? Yes, it is Susato. Just making sure.
Yeah.
Now, if only. If we could just identify one more clue or discrepancy that would make them stop doubting Mr. Natsume. We might be able to tip the balance completely.
Yes, that's exactly what we've got to do. Von Six is looking to bring this trial to an early conclusion. That's what we have to prevent, by whatever means we have at our disposal.
Nothing to say.
Thank you, Counsel.
Right.
On with the
Oh,
summation examination, please. It's alright. I got the judge. Yes, my lord.
Fair.
Alright,
Alright.
who else? Okay, yep. Alright, we're gonna press number 6. Oh yeah, that was Whiteblade.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, fool it, you say? Fool what?
Oh, good grief.
Excuse me. I'm gonna fold this shirt right here. I guess we're not gonna say hold it today. We're gonna fold. I guess we're folding shirts today, folks.
What?
Anyway.
Where are you going with this?
It's a joke. I had a shirt here and I was starting to fold it. Nobody could see.
You are a very silly person, Bella.
Alright, I'm gonna go get some water really quick and then I'll start my line as Ryunosuke, so hold on a second. Oh, right there we go.
Oh, dear heavens, this sure is something, alright.
I mean, to be fair, I've been doing well with the 2 voices so far. What do you guys think?
Yeah, you did very good.
How's chat looking?
Well, let's see here. Half-Crooked Grid said, did he say union? Quick, someone call the Pinkertons!
Joke's on you. This is England. Pinkertons haven't been invented around that time.
Alright,
Or
I
would be
am
a
back. Ugh.
Welcome
It's
back.
just like Ryunosuke, what are you doing? Sorry, sir. I'm folding my jacket. I'm properly folding my jacket and putting it down. All right.
Oh, good gravy.
I mean, it's a makeshift pillow, so just in case if I do a platform fall, I'm gonna have my head caught on something comfy for once.
True. No. What I said was hold it. What I wanted to ask was, do you visit your books often?
I like the old books they have in there, yes. I enjoy reading them over a nice cup of gold tea. I have my daily routine, you see. Same thing every day, including the day you're all talking about.
And at what time did you visit your books on the day in question?
Well, I was picking up books in there all afternoon, and it would have been about just before 5 out there.
Okay.
My daily routine, you see, same thing every day, including the day you're all talking about.
Just before 5, you say. Exactly when the victim was attacked. Are you sure about the time?
Oh, yes, no mistake there. I remember it well.
Hmm.
I'm not about to forget the day in a hurry. And after the dreadful time I had.
Oh my god, I just realized something. The old man is wearing a green overcoat too.
Oh. Then I imagine we'll have to... So I imagine we'll have to press him and... What was it, number 2?
Maybe. What do you mean? Hold on.
I was walking down Cavendish Road and I slipped on the ice and
Ah!
Oh!
I
and
see
it's
what
always
doing.
worse after snowdrops stop falling. That's when it that's when it's most slippery. Knocked myself out, I did. I really thought my number was up.
Wait a minute, let me get this straight. This happened on Calabash Road?
That's right. I live in corn pie. You see? And now get out of this road is the quickest way for me to get back from yours books. Along with giving out gifts.
Juror number 6, I must insist that you add that information to your formal statement. It may be very well extremely significant.
Sir? Extremely sick? No, I'm up for right now.
Oh, reminding me. I think I'm starting to feel like I'm getting a fever. Alright, I'm out. No, I'm joking.
Damn it.
I'm joking. No, I'm not actually sick, folks. I'm just having laughs. Alright, so, we already read through all this. Come on, let me skip.
I just saw that takedown.
Alright, here we go. Let's see.
That's it! Number 2 and number 6!
Let me say first. Make sure.
I just want to make a joke about something.
What exactly?
The number 6 looked like Santa Claus.
Hold on. Oh, you're right!
Boom, baby!
Those two statements clearly show a flaw in the juror's reasoning. I'm not sure about the knife in the back. We'll probably get to that as soon as we can. A flaw? Actually, you want to take the judge, Alan?
Okay,
I mean,
a flaw. A flaw. What are you talking about, counsel?
Excuse me. Oh, hold on. Ooh, excuse me. I had hamburgers for dinner, and the air is coming up. So I apologize for all the burps that are happening in this stream. Alright, so, well, juror number 2, juror number 6.
Why, whatever do you mean, sir?
Did I forget to give Mrs. Claus the keys?
I think perhaps the old man didn't hear you.
Unbelievable! It's not like I was loud or anything. Anyways, there is at least one fact of which we can be sure here. The bookshop receipt found in the defendant's room clearly indicates that on the day of the attack, he had been to your books and purchased a number of second-hand titles. He then returned home on foot.
But the man says he has no recollection of his return journey.
That's correct. But what he does remember is seeing someone appear in front of him on the way. Someone in a green overcoat who suddenly collapsed on the pavement before his eyes.
Yes, we are well aware of this. The poor young woman who was stabbed, obviously.
Can we really be sure of that, madam?
Why, whatever do you mean?
I'm sure you heard juror number 6 account of what happened to him that day. That same afternoon, there was somebody else apart from the victim who was wearing a green overcoat and who fell over on the icy streets in the neighborhood.
Oh my!
Uh-oh.
My goodness. You mean...
That's right. I'm referring to, of course, the hard of hearing juror number 6.
Are you really suggesting that the person in the green overcoat who the defendant saw collapse in front of his eyes was the jolly old gentleman on the end of the bench here with me today?
That is entirely possible, yes. After all, the old man had a somewhat similar build to the victim.
Well, look at that!
Hold on. I should probably have hot water in this mouth, but I gotta wait till next year to get a tooth removed, so until then. My goodness me!
I'm sorry, and you need a pee?
Damn it!
Okay, that one I don't need to pee.
I guess I got nothing.
I was about to say, I need to pee. Almost ran to the bathroom. No, I'm
Anyway.
joking. And crucially, we know precisely where the old man in the green overcoat fell.
On Calabash Road.
Therefore, if the person who Mr. Natsume saw collapsing in front of him was in fact juror number 6, it means the defendant must have taken a long way route back to his lodgings. And if that's true, then clearly the crime scene on Briar Road where the woman was stabbed was not on its way home.
Oh my!
You idiot old man! If you hadn't been so doubted to be roaming around here, we could have boxed this off hours ago!
And really, what were you thinking wearing such a befuddling coat?
What did you say to me? It isn't a crime for an elderly to walk the streets these days. Is it a crime to slip over on the ice? Is it a crime to keep up with the latest styles and wear the beautiful green overcoat, is it?
Hold it!
Makeup.
My lord, I do hope it won't cause any inconvenience, but...
You'd like to change your leading, I presume?
Okay, I'm back.
I do declare that I would.
By the way, so we found out something.
Okay, alright, I'm sorry.
Let's bring the money back up to... So, we found out that juror number 6 was in your books at the same time as Mr. Natsume.
Okay.
And he slipped on Calabash Road since Coinpire is somewhere around here where he lives.
So he slipped and fell. That's why he doesn't have any memory.
Well, we're
No,
thinking Mr. Natsume saw him instead of here. Saw him fall instead of her.
Oh. Okay,
Instead of
so
Miss
who's
Green.
not guilty now? Who's voting not guilty?
Number 2 and number 6 so far. I don't know if anybody else is, but number 2 is changing her. So let me read my line here.
I do declare that I would. I should like to call for a verdict of not guilty.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm sorry to interrupt. I know you like playing the judge, but could we give it to Alan? No, it's just, I don't know if you're tired of doing all the voices you got. That's all.
I mean, I can use more voices.
Oh, yeah, Alan.
Yeah, I'll give it to Whiteblade. I don't care.
Yeah, the judge can go to Whiteblade then. Okay.
Alright.
I just want to make sure, we spread the roles as unionly as possible amongst the men of you.
I would too.
What?
Isn't it a crime to change your mind, isn't it? Well,
He looks like he's got a kitty face.
Yes.
And now we're at the middle.
here's your Christmas present from Santa Claus.
Yes.
We're out of
Yes!
it. We're out of it, I think.
Yes!
Well, that summarization's examination was concluded with a rather large shift in opinion. And eyes 2, the nose 4. The nose have it. Not guilty, they say. That which we means no longer have a consensus among the members of jury. The trial will continue.
Uh-oh.
What the fuck? And break glass, throw glass, smash glass. Called it.
Could it seem churlish of
Even-
me to drink? Oh, sorry, what?
Like, even his theme sounds vampire-ish. What is with this guy?
Next thing you're gonna see is Castlevania.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
Van Zigzania, I don't... Could it seem churlish of me to drink from my hollow chalice moments after raising an objection? Only to crush it in disgust. Pray forgive the discourtesy.
Lord Van Zeeks.
You know, I just realized something very funny.
Oh boy. Yep.
Nanahodo has a sword. He could be a vampire slayer.
Oh, dang nabbit. Anyway, enough with the vampire thing. Let's
Yeah,
continue.
yeah, we got until 7 o'clock, so I want to make sure we finish this on time.
Fair enough.
Seems I
Just
must
a little joke.
I know. It seems I must retract my earlier remark.
What do you mean?
I mistakenly credited these jurors with intelligence by describing them as insightful.
Have you considered that you're the one who's wrong, dude?
Yet we have just witnessed them falling for a cheap trick performed by an Eastern entertainer.
Oh,
Whatever do you mean?
Sorry.
Oh, right. Yeah, he's got the roll back. Yeah, sorry.
I haven't tricked anyone. Everything I've said is the truth. If you don't watch what you're saying, I will make a monkey out of you, boy.
Indeed. Stalwart juror number 5 was undoubtedly preparing the road, as he claims. I believe you said it was a good 2 yards of the pavement which you excavated, sir.
That's right. Took me a whole day and they paid me a measly tuppence for it.
Trying to sip on water without getting my tooth touched, because the impacted tooth hates cold water.
Try straw.
Anyway,
Oh wait, did someone not read their line?
I read my line.
Oh, okay. Now, my learning pennies friend, tell me. Do you have any notion of the distance that 2 yards represents?
Well, if I'm honest, I don't have a clue, no.
2 yards is a little less than 2 meters.
Less than 2 meters? That's not much at all.
In other words, a distance readily vaulted by anyone of moderate vigor. Would you not agree, my stalwart friend?
Me? Well, I can't say you're wrong, no.
What?
And,
Oh, God.
and did you perchance erect a sign to prevent pedestrians from passing the site of your works?
I wouldn't dream of it. What a waste of time. No coaches would have had a hope of passing anyway, and we can't turn any gentlefolk back when they come. Kids just jump right over us all the time.
The accused is no gentleman, as far as I can see. I have little doubt, however, that he could spring over a 2-yard trench in his meanderings around town.
Oh,
Is that true? Is it? The incontrovertible truth is that the books just purchased by the accused were found at the scene. There can be no doubt that on his way back to his lodgings, Mr. Natsume walked down Briar Road.
Crushed in a single sentence.
And old man.
oh man, you can talk.
You say that around 5 o'clock on that day in question, you slipped and fell on Calabash Road. Pray, was there a suspicious-looking Nipponese behind you at the time?
Oh, I don't know. Can't sure I remember.
Oh my god. What is with people and not remembering?
especially
I
after
my
being
hand
tied.
almost 5 minutes ago.
You don't remember?
Oh, sorry. How about a wager, my learned friend? You say it was this old man that the accused saw, but I would lay 1,000 to 1 against you being able to prove it. Oof.
Really on the groundwork.
What?
Order!
Remember-
Lord Van Zeeks, explain yourself.
My lord.
If you had such a transit argument up your sleeve, why in the world did you prefer
Proper.
during the summation examination?
I wanted to give this young foreign student the sightseeing experience he had no doubt came for. I wanted him to see for himself how the opinion of the jury is so readily swayed. But my hospitality has its limits, and they have been reached, I feel.
He tossed away his cape! That must mean he's serious now!
So, my learned friend, today's sightseeing tour of London is now over.
What are you talking about?
My lord, the prosecution requests permission to call its next witnesses to the stand. If it is who I think it is, I'm gonna voice both of them. If it is who I think it is, there's a reason.
Find out.
Alright.
There's a reason, because I wanted my partner to be involved, but they do not want to be involved, so I'm gonna voice them myself and experience love for everything.
Well, let's
Granted. Leaf, bring forth the witnesses.
It's next witnesses?
Mr. Naruhodo, do you not remember? We've been told on several occasions that there were eyewitnesses to the incident.
Yes, I remember. One of them being a Scotland Yard policeman, no less.
I'm afraid that's likely to be the prosecution's next witness.
Alright, no matter who Van Siegs brings to the stand as witnesses, and no matter what they say, I believe it's Soseki-san. I know he's innocent, and I'll keep believing to the very end, until this battle is over.
If it is who I think it is. Yep, it is!
Goldilocks? What the fuck?
Witnesses, please state your names and occupations for the court. Aww, he's sleeping.
This dopey.
And he's chewing on his hat cord.
Oh. Constable Raleigh Beat. Constable Raleigh Beat, sir. Nothing to put on the street, sir.
Wake up!
And I'm Mrs. Beat. Patricia's my name. I'm proud to say I'm this young town hero's wife.
Is man narcoleptic?
It could be.
He's there.
Oh, wait a minute. No, he usually goes out all night, so he needs to sleep.
What's the story here?
Well, in truth, we've not been married long. In fact, we celebrated our first anniversary only the other day.
No, it was your husband I was asking about. He seems tired.
Hardly surprising. Wireless being an honorable occupation, patrolling the beat is the most demanding work in the world.
Oh, really? Sure, I've heard that before, actually.
Indeed. Apart from the rare days off, our gallant officers trudge some 20 miles a day, you know. They patrol bordering houses, pubs, collecting taxes, surveying the streets, check the meters, are reading true. They are responsible for keeping the streets clean and lighting exhausting our street lights. Extinguishing our street lights.
Really?
The fuck was that?
My South Park moment as I twist my head, looking at all of this.
Well then,
There are a number of items on that list that don't sound much like policing duties at all.
I wouldn't just be falling asleep on my feet. I've collapsed long ago.
But it goes without saying that a policeman's primary duty is the apprehension of criminals. Even when he's off duty, a constable is expected to investigate and resolve any crimes on his beat. For the London, Bobby is a man of honor.
Wake the hell up! As a man of slumber.
On the day in question, this man and his wife were walking down Briar Road in the opposite direction, and they witnessed the incident as it occurred. Is that not correct, Mr. and Mrs. Beat?
That's right, sir. Isn't it, Raleigh?
Constable Roy Beat, sir. Nothing to report on the street, sir.
What a great witness he's gonna be.
Very good. I would like to hear your formal testimonies now, please. You will tell the court exactly what you saw on the afternoon of the incident.
Yes, sir.
Someone get this
sleep
man
already.
Can
Get
someone
this
get this
man a literal chair before he falls the fuck over.
Someone get bailiff, get this man a coffee.
Screw coffee. Get him all the cups of coffee.
No,
Get him
We
the
better
get
some
Red
shots in the
Bull.
double.
no, get him for some caffeinated tea. Make it exemplary. All right, what the witnesses saw.
was our wedding anniversary, and Rolly was taking me out for a meal. There was no time to change after work. Anyway, two silhouettes appeared out of the fog on the pavement in front of us. All of a sudden, one of them just collapsed on the floor, and the other scattered something before running off. We ran straight over, of course, and then went for help at a nearby police box.
Make sure it's Wilkins Coffee. Yes.
It was definitely that Japanese man on the dock. Rolly and I both saw him clear as day.
No, it was Foggy. It was Foggy.
Well, this is extremely compelling testimony, I must say.
Oh dear, this policeman and his wife are claiming to have positively identified Mr. Natsume at the scene. If their testimony is true, the alternative course of events that you established in the summation examination will be quashed.
It's death nail, in fact, because that alternative was never viable in the first place.
What an unfortunate breaching head on your wedding anniversary, too.
Oh, I know. But I still managed to go out for the evening with my man. I thank the Lord for that. Gosh, the life of a London Bobby sounds very hard indeed.
Indeed, however, this cross-examination will be over in minutes. You may well have time to rest this afternoon.
What do you mean by that?
My learned friend, the witnesses saw the face of the man fleeing the scene. They are testifying under oath that it was without a doubt the accused, Mr. Soseki Natsume. And one of these witnesses is a policeman, no less, so you appreciate the gravity of the situation, I'm sure.
Gee, policemen are lying under oath? What are the odds?
What are the odds of that happening? Except this man is so tired, his wife has to do all the talking.
Enough! Preparable, counsel for the defense,
Hold on a
commence the Right?
Commence, please, yeah.
Yes, my lord.
So, let's see. Hax says it's impossible to identify someone in the fog. You're correct, sir. Exactly. Gurn says, was the fire in Natsume Host's house on the same night? Actually, that is a good question. Does anyone remember the last time we were playing Day 7?
Yes, I do, and it was around the same time.
Oh, crap, that's not picking it up.
I think
Yeah.
my theory might be positive, but let's see
What?
what happens. My theory is that the knife came from their house, fell out of the window during their fight, and stabbed Olive in the back. Or
By
something.
mere accident alone.
It
Also,
could
I'm pretty sure if they went to a police box to help, maybe we should have called the doctor to help.
Well, if the person is only just stabbed and there was no blood loss, I guess it would be just fine.
What do you mean, Doctor Who?
Damn it, Bella.
Oh, shit. Sorry. Something fell. Hold on. I gotta fix it. Luckily, it's nothing, like, viable. It's just... Okay. Alright. I definitely know which one to press. And I definitely know.
Alright, let's cross-examination.
Alright. Where's the statement? It was our wedding anniversary. I don't care about that. That's not what I'm
So the fog, got the pavement in front of us.
Yeah, she just said the fog, but then they said it was clear. Okay. Straight over, and then... Okay, here it is. Yeah!
Yeah, clear as day, in the fog, pretty contradictory.
Hold on. Let me make sure. Okay, so that's not the right
Okay.
evidence.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, we might have to press. I've just realized it. I just realized
Yeah,
it.
not as simple.
Just
Not
this
as
one.
simple. Nothing in this game is simple, Bella.
This one.
But surely you wouldn't be able to see his face by the light of the gas street lamps, would you?
They absolutely could! Us Londoners have exceptional eyesight, I'll have you know!
looks like we gotta pay attention to their reactions.
Yeah.
Right.
The light from the street lamps was more than enough. And my husband already told you that the fog was only light, didn't he?
Yes. And what of the fog?
We're famous for across the globe, I believe. It's an absolute menace to those of us who have to live with it, of course.
Oh, it is. When it's thick, you can't even see the hand at the end of your own arm.
Yes, alright, I take your point. Now, could you stop shaking your husband about?
The constant fog makes our eyes very sharp, you see. That's why we can tell you for sure and certain it was the little Japanese man we saw. Can't we, darling?
Yes. It was the accused, and no mistake. The mustache, the hunched back, the cat-like eyes, the taut mouth, the snubs. Oh, unmistakable, sir.
As far as couple's testimony is concerned, there can't be any question. Well, Saseki said they saw running away from the scene of the crime.
Oh, he's right! The gas lights! Remember, juror number 5 had to work on the water and gas pipes.
Yeah, that's it.
Hold on a moment. You're forgetting the one
That's it, is
problem.
it?
What?
That's her entire testimony?
What?
The street where he was working on was not even close to remotely.
Oh,
where-
Briar Road. Okay, yeah, because it was Meerkat. Yeah.
What do you think, Mr.
Yeah.
Naruto?
Well, I hate to admit it, but on hearing their testimony, it really does seem like as though Mr. and Mrs. Beat saw what they saw, what they saw, what they saw, what they saw, they saw. There's not so very to see on Briar Road that day.
Yes, I feel the same.
So if that's true, where does it leave us?
The members of the jury are sure to call for a guilty verdict after this testimony.
Oh no, what do we do?
If Kazuma-sama were here,
What are you trying to say?
I think he would try to find a contradiction somewhere else within their testimony.
What do you mean
Somewhere
somewhere else?
Their statement about seeing Mr. Natsume is unequivocal. Calling that into question won't help. But if you could identify some other part of their testimony which appears to contradict the facts, oh, you might be able to discredit them to make the jury doubt if the pair's memory of the day is accurate.
I
right.
think I know which one to press.
But simply, we must focus on finding discrepancy in these statements somewhere. If we don't, I'm afraid the trial may reach an early and unfavorable conclusion.
Why do I always seem to be up against it?
I think I know what
Well,
to
to be
press.
fair, it's not just you.
What do you need to press? 2 silhouettes appeared out of the fog of the pavement. Okay. Let's see. 2 silhouettes?
That's right. They were coming towards us, walking up Briar Road in the opposite direction.
Oh!
There was a rather plump figure followed by a scrawny, thin-looking man. That doesn't sound exactly like the victim as pictured in this print, and like Mr. Natsume.
Yes, unfortunately it does.
And you're certain that at the time there was nobody else nearby?
Oh, yes, quite certain. It was dark, but there are street lights in Briar Road, you see. There was nobody else around at all, isn't that right, my darling?
No, what? Yes, that's right. Of course, there was a light fog on the ground. But Briar Road is dead straight, and you could see a fairly long way down the pavement. And then the streets lighting as well. I didn't see any other pedestrians. Before sleep takes a firm hold, your answer please, Mr. Beat. Are you quite sure of what you just said? Yes, sir. As a couple who spends all day every day keep watching on the streets, I swear to it, sir. As I'm as sure.
Wow, she.
As my love for Patricia's true. Aww! Oh, Patricia.
Oh, Raleigh!
Aww.
I can see
So
why
cute.
you wanted. I can see why you wanted your partner to do this.
I know, yeah.
They're still maintaining that there was no one else other than the victim and the attacker. I'm starting to seem like that must be how it really happened. Okay, so our discrepancy wasn't there.
It's beginning to seem like there's nowhere to run.
Well, that didn't stop Mr. Natsume, did it? He fled the scene all too convincingly.
Thank you. I believe we have reasonably clear idea of this situation just before the incident. No, sorry. I was taking a drink of water myself.
Well, it's important for us all to stay hydrated, so not your fault.
What happened to the crucial moments that followed?
Okay, yeah, we gotta press
Wait
more.
a minute. Okay, hold on.
You have only like 3 more things to press. One of them is sure to get a reaction. I feel like at one point the husband's gonna wake up and be like, "Oh, actually."
Give me a second.
Okay, let's
I'm just I'm counting voice rolls here. 3. Okay, and then I have.
Gas and lights don't mix. I suppose that's one way to put it, Haxorus.
Wait a minute, hold on. Okay, I have to figure out how many people we have voicing. You have 2 roles right now, right? D-Money.
Yeah.
And Alan, you only have 1 role right now. Oh crap.
Yeah.
If I'm correct, he might show up later. Haxorus, I think we're okay for right now. Unless... Actually, D-Money, what do you say to this?
Hey, what?
Inviting him over to the group chat?
Yeah.
I don't care.
Okay.
More merrier, I say.
Alright,
Alright.
Haxorus.
My brother's watching TV in the background, so I gotta move my thing upstairs.
Alright. Alrighty. So here's what I'm gonna do. So we have 2 for Alan, I believe, in this court case. That would be 2 for Whiteblade. If we get Haxorus to voice the judge, what do you think?
Makes sense.
Okay.
I mean, whatever you want.
Yeah, I'm trying to pace things between everybody so it's equal. That's all.
Okay.
Hola!
Hello.
We have another juror in our area. So say Haxorus, I want you to play the judge. Are you okay with that?
Okie dokie then.
Alright, all of them, one of them just... I feel like I shouldn't press on this because that's technically true. Oh, wait! They don't know what's scattered! Wait, they don't know what's scattered.
Yeah, they don't know if it was... They didn't name specifically books.
Yeah. Let's press it.
Scatter something? What do you mean by that?
Oh, well, I couldn't quite make out what it was at the time. But when we got closer, we realized what it was. Didn't we, darling? Didn't we? What? Yes, that's right. It was some old books.
I see. Old books?
Yes, the culprit had dropped a number of them all around where the victim lay on the pavement.
Indeed. As clearly pictured in this photographic print.
Yep, he dropped the books. That rotten Japanese man did what he... That rotten Japanese man did that when he did the deed.
Let's not forget that it remains to be established that the defendant was indeed the attacker.
But we saw him. It was the man in the dock without question, sir. The mustache, the hunchback, the cat-like eyes, the snout, everything.
Any more insults you want to throw in?
That's right. He looked down at that poor, defenseless woman with those terrifying, intense eyes, and then suddenly threw his books onto the pavement and ran away.
I see. This is tough. It seems as though they're telling the truth here.
May I remind the court that this unambiguous testimony comes from a policeman and his wife. Actually, Hax.
Yeah?
I think you should try Von Six for me. Because I'm actually kind of tired voicing Von Six. Would you like to continue as him?
Sure.
Go for
Now, please continue.
yeah, go for like a Miles Edgeworth kind of tone.
Okay, I'll try.
Yes, sir.
Crap, that only leaves one more thing to press, right? Administrative overweight for help idea by police box.
Oh!
Like I said, they really should have called the doctor for this.
Doctor Who. Jinx.
Damn it.
Was it your husband who went to fetch help?
No.
Leviosa!
Leviosa. Leviosa.
I love it.
No. I went. I may not be a police officer myself, but I am the proud wife of one after all. Isn't that right, my darling?
Can you quit tugging on this jacket? This dude probably
That's
can't
not
breathe.
the jacket, it's the scarf!
Well, this dude probably can't breathe at this point. You're choking him to death.
Yes, that's right. I asked Miss Beatty to go. I was off duty by that point. But the Bobby's never truly off duty, of course, so I felt obligated to sing on scene.
Very laudable. I can't pronounce these English names.
Laudable.
Beat.
Very
Mr. Beat.
laudable.
Beat like beetle.
Yeah, beat.
It's perceiving the scene of the crime. Is a task of considerable importance.
That's why I sent Patricia, you see. I told her where to find the right police box.
Forgive my ignorance, but what do you mean exactly by the right police box?
Ooh, I think we got a clue.
Yep, depends on a crime's location, you see, as to who deals with it. Where the woman was stabbed wasn't actually on my beat. So I told Patricia the way to the police box, for the beat the incident fell under, so she could go and report it.
I ran there as quickly as I could and asked for help from the Bobby on duty. There's nothing more potent than a young couple in love working together, you know.
And thanks. Oh, sorry.
And thanks to your swift response, the case was quickly resolved. The actions of 2 model citizens.
Oh, please, you're making us blush, isn't he, darling?
It's a scarf.
Quit tugging the scarf!
Yes, sir. What Patricia said, sir.
Let's move on, shall we? Oh, so that's everything pressed. So we gotta present something.
Wait, we didn't press this one.
Oh.
Let's try this one, just in case.
No time to change after work, you say? Are you also a member of the police, Miss Beat?
Oh no, sadly not. It's a job for strapping young men only. Women, children, and the elderly can't even apply.
Well, I think you could probably see why children and the elderly can't do the job, can't you?
I think Raleigh looks so ever handsome in his uniform. It suits you down the ground, doesn't it, darling?
Thug.
No.
At least...
What? I just finished my beat. Pat and I were heading back to the station. I was actually planning on getting changed there.
Is he talking in his sleep? This is creepy.
You
Oh,
just
no,
out. Notice
Raleigh.
that.
I much prefer you in uniform. Sometimes I don't recognize you when I see you in plain clothes. Oh dear, that doesn't seem healthy.
You adhere to the point. You adhere to the point. You were going for a meal after you finished your beat for the day, correct?
That's right, sir, yes. Although I was fit to drop, to be honest, after spending the whole day on my feet. But policing is my life, sir. As long as I'm the proud owner of this, I'll serve my city and my queen to the end. Oh,
Well,
evidence!
What's that now?
My warrant card, sir. Proof that I'm a London copper.
Oh.
It has the noble founding principles of the force written on it as a reminder of us, to us policemen of our sworn duty, to patrol the streets of London town and uphold the peace of the common man. Sir, and for such noble cause I cover 20 miles every single day without fail and without a grumble, because I know that the flouting of my boots is all Londoners need to hear they feel safe and secure.
So, Fighting crime doesn't appear to come into it then.
But just on that one particular day, I was looking forward to celebrating my wedding anniversary. Miss Beat puts up a lot being married to... Miss Beat puts up with a lot being married to a Bobby like me. I wanted to show my dear wife how much I care. Oh, Pat.
Oh, Raleigh. Oh, what a charming couple. Their young love is such a joy to behold.
If a little over the top, perhaps.
Is there anything in this game that is not over the top?
It's chaos
Apparently
and
not.
there's chaos and disorder. What did you expect?
And then kindly describe what happened next.
Okay, so
Mr. Lawyer, sir, can I ask you
Oh,
something?
we had to press everything.
okay.
Oh, yes, of course. What is it?
Well, you keep asking us all these questions about everything we've told you, so... It seems like you don't believe our testimony. Is that right? Is it? Well, out with it.
What? No. Oh, no, it's not really all that at all.
Oh my goodness.
My husband's a policeman.
Why are you
remember?
using your husband as a rocket socket robot?
Saka beat shield, it seems.
My husband's a policeman, remember? And I know what I saw. I remember every last detail. Everything like... Oh, I know. What about the books the man dropped? I could tell you the names of every single one. I could, every single one.
Oh,
And you
you're
dare
something
to
we
question how reliable my testimony is?
can- Okay, recite the names of the book.
That will do, Mrs.
Thank
Beat.
you.
Hi, BB Gamer. How you doing, man? Here's your line if you want to read that.
Yeah. That will do, Mrs. Beat.
No, it won't do at all. That Japanese lawyer has no idea what I'm capable of. Even if I decide to forgive him for insulting us, don't think for a minute that Rolly will.
Work.
I really didn't mean the cause of feds. Please put your husband's fist down.
yes, glad you could come by.
Game.
Well, glad you could come by. Thanks for stopping by.
Perhaps you would like to. Perhaps you would like the opportunity to supplement your testimony, Mrs. Beat. Might that appease you?
Oh, thank you, my lord. That would settle things nicely. Wouldn't it, darling?
Wake up, man! Wake up!
Splash some water on him.
I can even tell you the names. Okay, this might be the
Wait!
one.
Four, that's it! There were only 3
Wait!
books you purchased.
4 books.
Hold
I
on.
accuse you. The tomb should return a receipt of a picture of a meal for Garho.
There's 3.
This bitch is lying.
We're presenting.
go.
I'm saving and presenting. I don't care.
Load. Okay, we're loading the shotgun and we're pointing, aiming, and firing point blank at this bitch.
Let's just hope it doesn't misfire.
I
It's-
can't misfire.
I
It's
don't-
point blank range.
I don't think so.
Fuck it. Shoot.
Oh wait, shit. Wrong button.
Wrong button. Shoot.
Yep, it worked.
So you're saying that there were 4 books?
That's right. I remember all of them. The picture of Monsieur somebody, was it yearnings, a meal for someone, and the thingummy something.
Oh my gosh, Half Crooked Grid is calling this a Kinger double shot.
Hold on. The thing gummies for something.
It's just literally, you can name these books. Figamadoo, Figmafig, fuck it, I don't care.
Whatchamacallit?
She did read the 3 books. She is correct on that. But who does the 4th book belong to?
Yeah.
You're right about that. I'm sorry, Miss Beat. But there is a fundamental flaw in that statement of yours.
Oh no! What? What flaw?
Simply that at the scene of the crime, there were only 3 books, not 4.
What?
I couldn't hear you, Bella.
Bella, you good?
Yeah?
Bella? Yeah, we couldn't hear you there. I think your mic cut
I
out.
said,
I don't know.
what?
Maybe it'll probably hear on the VOD.
Yeah, I think it cut out. Yeah, there you go. I fixed it.
This is the receipt from the bookshop where the defendant bought his books.
It might be, Grin. Your books?
Yes, and it details Mr. Dotspace's purchases that day. But as you can see, only 3 books are listed.
Only 3? But no, that can't be. I remember seeing them. There were 4 books, I tell you. 4 dirty old books.
Would you stop trying to use your husband as a defense?
Oh, really? Have a good look at this photographic print of the scene of the crime.
Yeah, there's 3.
As you can clearly see from this evidence as well.
Oh, unless the 4th is in the bag.
There are only 3 books.
Unless the 4th was in the bag, that would make sense.
But I just don't believe it. I saw them there, I swear it, I saw them.
No, madam, I'm afraid your powers of observation cannot be relied upon.
Grr.
Oh god, hold on, let me try it again. Grr. There you go.
So it cannot be denied that though you say it was a defendant you saw, you could have very well been mistaken.
Oh no,
Oh, policeman down. Policeman down and cut right back up. That was instant recovery. Oh.
Uh-oh. Now what?
Oh, don't facepalm.
It's plainly evident. That is your powers of deduction that cannot be relied upon, my learned Nipponese friend.
What? Oh my god, where did you get
What
this?
cannot be denied is that these 2 witnesses saw the accused running from the scene. A fact that you know very well you have no hope of disapproving.
Ah.
So, you're striven to avert attention from that by dint of some inconsequential discrepancies. Would that be fair?
He sees right through me.
But your plan of somewhat recoiled against you.
What are you talking about?
It's quite simple. Let me explain with a toast.
Take your toast and shove it down your bum.
To the policeman's wife and her entirely accurate testimony in every respect.
Oh!
You see, the matter is not up for debate. At the scene on Briar Road, a total of 4 books were most definitely found.
Where's the 4th?
But what about the photographic print?
Yeah, there's only 3.
It shows only 3 books.
Quite right. There are only 3. Only 3 can be seen in that print.
That print? You mean to say?
Stop tossing these things!
One that shows as the victim's hand.
You probably should have showed that sooner.
Hold on.
Wait!
Wait a minute.
The Lion's Pride?
Remember when Herlock Sholmes thought that a savage beast was involved in the Garrideb case? A lion?
Also, the book's burnt. It's burnt.
I knew it!
Oh.
Yeah, I can see that.
I knew it! The knife's from the place! The knife's from Mr. Garrideb! The book's from Mr. Garrideb!
Who's saying I don't believe it?
Things
Who's saying I don't believe it?
I
don't know.
was telling the truth! Ah, my theory!
I mean, honestly, with that reaction, I feel like all of us can't believe it.
Oh god, she's losing it again. She's losing it again.
No, I'm okay, I'm okay.
Calm down, Bella, calm down.
It's the 4th book.
As you will observe, The fourth book was hidden from view in the original print by the victim's torso.
Get a straight
Call
jacket
an
for
objection
Bella.
right the fuck there. No, hold on. Can I ask for a pause?
Okay, yep, I'm paused.
So this motherfucker has the entire evidence.
Hold on. Yes, White Blade.
So this motherfucker had the evidence the entire time about the conviction of evidence of the fourth book in question.
Oh shit! Oh
and
shit!
did not present it at all. That would call an objection on that spot.
Yeah, like, why didn't he present it back then? Why did he present it now? Like, what the fuck?
Only for the most dramatic reveal possible.
And also,
No, it's...
You know what? Zachary, just repeat your lines because I know Whiteblade was talking. Whenever you're... Are you done, Whiteblade?
Yeah, no, I
Okay.
just had to say that.
Alright, repeat your lines, Haxor, so everybody else can hear you.
Order! Order!
There, you see? Look at that! Look!
Yes.
It's just like I said, isn't it, my darling?
Yes, sir. Patricia's always right, sir.
Let's study the receipt for the books purchased by the accused on the day in question. Miss Beat, the titles once again, if you please.
Oh, yes, of course. The picture of Monsieur somebody or other.
The picture of Monsieur I can't pronounce these things.
Lecoq. Was it Lecoq?
Oh!
Lecoq.
Oh my god!
Why?
Oh, nobody say anything.
Lecoq.
Nobody say anything.
Let's say Lecoq for now. I don't think Coke.
Okay.
I don't think
The
Coke is a
picture of
word.
Monsieur Lecoq.
Yeah, let's just say it like that, just in case.
Good night, everybody.
What's it, yearnings?
Canterbury Yearnings.
A meal for someone.
A meal for
Gabriel.
Gabrielle. I think it's
Gabrielle?
Gabrielle. I don't know.
Gabrielle, yeah. Oh, in fact, as the court has just heard, the witness remembers the book titles flawlessly, save for a few minor details.
You call that flawless?
Yeah,
Miss
really?
Beat, its powers of recollection can only be described as exceptional.
My man, do you have a squirrel in your pants?
Did you hear that, Raleigh? The gentleman paid me a compliment.
Yes, sir. Flawless, sir. Patricia's flawless.
There are only 3 books on the receipt. Miss Beat mentioned 4.
There's nothing surprising about that. Clearly, the fourth book is that which is shown in this photographic print.
It's called The Lion's Pride. By the way.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Counsel, but does that not seem odd? Why would the fourth book be omitted from the receipt? It's not odd at all, my lord. As the photograph clearly shows, the fourth book was found on the victim's clutches, in the victim's clutches. In other words, it belongs to the victim.
No, it doesn't.
The victim was holding her own book?
I wonder, what became of that fourth book?
Obviously, it wasn't overlooked by the investigating officers at Scotland Yard. I have it here as evidence. You will submit that in the aforementioned
Aforementioned, yeah.
photographic print to the court, please, counsel.
Alright, please.
My pleasure, my lord.
Yep, crime
Second
scene
crime
number
scene
2.
photograph has been entered into the court record.
And the fourth book, The
The fourth
Lion's
book
Pride.
entered into the court record.
We better investigate these.
Oh, we will. Right now.
The prosecution rests.
Yep, so The Lion's Pride. We already know that. I want to investigate this. Wait a minute.
This book doesn't look burnt at all.
Turn it.
There it is.
Ah!
There it is.
Oh, The book has been badly burnt!
You're right. You'd never be able to read it in that state, especially not the later pages. Latter pages.
What a terrible waste! Judging from the scorched edges of the paper, I think the damage must have occurred very recently.
A book recently damaged by fire. Why does it seem to raise a red flag with me? Right into a scare, you Dutch motherfucker!
Alright, let's see if we can figure out how to get those two into question.
I swear to God, he is such a dense motherfucker.
I
I
plan on getting Mr. Garadeb. I plan on getting Mr. Garadeb to witness. Or something.
Is Phoenix Wright this dead too?
Also, I'm just saying, as Dead says Inosuke is, at least it's fair that Phoenix Wright can be just as dead too, so must be a shared family quirk.
Like ancestor, like descendant, like father, like son.
Anyway.
Anyways, did you read your line?
Yeah, he read
I already read it. I have nothing further to add.
What?
You seem surprised, my learned friend. But your resistance until now has been in vain. Entertaining, yes, but futile.
I get that reference.
Substitute pressure is no longer root in the accuser's longings that you try to establish in your summonation examination.
Okay.
At the attempt discrediting of the witness's powers of recollection in your cross-examination.
Oh, sorry, hold on. I was trying to check something. Also, why did it do that? No! Damn it! Sorry. Okay, sorry.
Futile? I walked right into this, didn't I?
Yeah,
I just can't get a break!
Where am I getting this message from? Okay, it's in that server, but why? Why did it not... hold on a second, I'm gonna check something. Okay, there it goes.
Can't even read Lion and Pride.
Oh, excuse me.
There we go. I fixed it. Anyways, alright, back to my line. You see? Everything we said is true. Isn't that right, my darling?
Yoink.
Yes,
I could have sworn I
Pat.
heard a bone crack.
Yes, Pat. Marry me, Pat.
So, perhaps the ladies and gentlemen of the jury would like to reconsider their positions.
Ah, fuck no.
Hold on.
Should the court waste any more time on this Nipponese travesty? Or is the decision you have to make all too apparent already? You have heard of the witnesses and seen all the evidence.
No, we haven't. I want to get those two up in the... I want those two up.
Trial has run its course.
I want those two up there right now, god damn it. Mr. Naruhodo, I'm afraid we are in a terribly precarious position.
I know, but... if I fight back the wrong way now, I could very well make matters worse. Think, Radosuke, think. What do you know now? What do you know? Raise an objection, come on.
It already saved.
Should we?
It already saved. I'm doing it.
I'm not done yet.
No, my learned friend, it's over.
Shut the fuck up.
That last cross-examination was your final chance to establish a credible defense, and you failed. The die has been cast. There is no room for debate.
Well, it might be over as far as you're concerned, but I can't think of what to say.
Oh no.
If I may, Lord Von Six, it seems somewhat boorish to close down the debate at this point.
Your insignificant little Eastern Isle must be a lawless hole indeed. Or a lovely traditional assistant to have the audacity to intervene at a moment like this.
Oh!
Oh, you did not just say that.
Turn Super Saiyan.
I am, to my shame, still a very inexperienced lawyer. So you will have to forgive me, but I consider my assistant's advice essential and her opinions invaluable.
Mr. Naruhodo!
One of the land's greatest guiding principles is tolerance. So the court will hear you, madam.
Go ahead, Mrs. Zato, please.
Very well. Pray, what insight can you give us? What have we all overlooked in this matter that you see to fit to pursue further?
Well, the court has been presented with new evidence, but only after the last cross-examination finished.
I see. And you believe that this new evidence warrants further examination, do you?
Mr. Naruhodo, what do you think? It's just possible that this new evidence might be the decisive proof we've been waiting for. The judge is sure to ask the members of the jury to announce their leanings in a moment. And of course, he's sure to ask you to explain the crucial piece of evidence is and why. So we must take this opportunity to examine the newly presented evidence as thoroughly as possible. And we did.
Yes, I understand. And thank you, Mrs. Zato.
And we did.
This is it. Zato-san has managed to win us one last chance here. I can't let it go to waste. The defense wishes to present evidence, my lord.
I'm saving.
Very well.
Okay, so we only managed to present. Like, look at the
I'm thinking about the
exhibit
book. I'm thinking about presenting the
Yeah.
book.
But what about the picture itself? We better examine it.
No, we can't examine it. We just could do
The
magnifying glass
defense
on
may
it.
present one further piece of evidence. Evidence will apparently offer us a profounding insight into the case. I can't.
Oh, sorry.
Evidence that apparently offers a profound insight in this case. A
Hitherto
has
been
been
overlooked.
Okay.
The evidence in question is what we can see from the delivery. I think we fucked up.
No.
The music's still going. The music's still going.
Hold on. Hold
The evidence
on.
question is we see from the sleepers as a photograph for the crime scene.
The book is in the photo.
The fourth book found the victim's hand.
I think. No, just give me a bit. Let me cook.
We have discussed the fourth book at length. Other than being in the victim's grasp at the time of the incident, no significance has been attached to it. Pursuing the matter further would only flagrant waste of the court's time, as you well know.
Come on.
Yes, I'm afraid, counsel, I must concur with the prosecution on this matter. When I afforded you this opportunity, you will lead the court to believe that the evidence in question contained a
Hold on.
undiscoverable clue.
Hold on. Why is he reacting like that? Elaborate. We gotta elaborate.
I'll suggest that you elaborate, counsel. You will identify this clue at once.
I know it's the book. I know
Do
it's
I
the
make myself clear?
Oh, yes, my lord. It's,
Mr. Naruhodo, I believe the prosecution is trying to avoid a thorough examination of the evidence, which means you may very well be on the right track.
Yes, I think you may be right.
I know it's this. I know it's the book.
So, counsel? Precisely, where is the vital clue in this case which the fourth book conceals?
Alright, here we go. Return the book. Up here and right there. Oh, shit.
Oh, for the love of...
Hold on.
You really ought to find that key to something else.
Hold on. Yep. Right there.
I would ask the court to observe the back of the book in question.
The back? What do you... Good gracious!
My wig!
It's been burnt to a crisp.
So we have to ask ourselves, why was the victim clutching what is clearly an unreadable book? It is undeniably an extremely unnatural thing for her to do and have been doing.
Ooh.
Objection!
Fuck off!
Unnatural, you say? And what of it, my Nipponese friend?
Oh!
Why, to concede the point, if there's no relation to the case, there is nothing to discuss. Should you wish to assert that this fire damage is some sort of veiled clue to what happened that... Okay. I don't know English words.
It's okay, veiled. Yeah, you're good. What has happened that day? Okay.
Pray, to enlighten us all, what truth does this charred book hide?
A charred book. There's just one possibility here, which I can't quite bring myself to rule out. It's an outside chance, certainly, but worth a try. Alright. I'll explain my theory.
Don't keep us waiting any longer, Counsel. Explain this theory of yours. What are you suggesting that the ascertain from the fire damage, the
Its
storage
owner.
Its owner.
My lord, the burn on the back of this book reveals a startling truth about the book's owner.
I beg your pardon?
But we already know who the book belongs to. The victim was gripping it in her hand as she fell to the floor after all. It's obviously hers.
The question of how this book came to be in the victim's hand is yet to be answered. However, as to the question of who the book really belongs to and where it originated, the defense has very credible answers.
Gracious, how can you possibly... Very well. I'll play along with this futile attempt to delay your inevitable demise. But do you remember, the members of the jury may well burn your
Little gamble
your
goes
little
awry.
gamble goes awry.
Awry, yeah. Awry,
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway.
I'm trying to speak.
Sorry.
The counsel, the defense response here is very likely to influence the final outcome of this trial. Don't tell the court. What do you claim that the owner of this burnt book?
Yep, there it is.
Do it.
Who the book belongs to. Yeah.
No music. We did it. The answer is that the book belongs to the couple who own the house where the defendant has his lodgings. Of a certain Mr. and Mrs. Garadeb.
The landlords?
And whether this is some extraordinary coincidence or some kind of fate at work, I don't know. But of all the people in London, one of the 6 chosen for jury duty in this courtroom today is none other than Mrs. Garadeb herself.
Oh my goodness! Me? I think you must be mistaken, sir. I'm not Mr. Garadeb's wife. I'm his maid.
Things would be so much easier if you would just drop the pretense. Alright then, how about a simple question for you? Have you ever seen this book in Mr. Garadeb's house?
I would never presume to know all the books he keeps, sir.
Objection!
This is an outlandish behavior. This is outlandish behavior. The woman is
The accused
this
landlady.
woman is the accused landlady, you say. You implicate that this hard-working member of the public, you besmirch her without a shred of evidence. Your actions are unforgivable.
I objection your objection. This is not mere conjecture. The defense happens to know that on the day in question, at almost exactly the same time as the victim was stabbed on the pavement below,
That was right.
another incident was taking place in the room on the top floor of Mr. and Mrs. Garadeb's house.
Lord, what sort of incident, counsel?
A fire, my lord.
Oh, right.
Here we go.
Here you go, Alan. More lines for you.
Afraid to say it was happened in the blink of an eye, you know. The whole place filled with smoke. Couldn't see a bloody thing. Didn't take long for the fire to spread, of course. The bloody furniture started going up as well. Worst of all is, I lost my favorite book called The Lion's Pride. There we go.
Oh,
The Lion's Pride? My Jove! It's the very same title that's on the subject of this debate.
Oh,
why
dear
not?
me.
Now what?
This is
This is
risible.
res-
Risible.
This is reasonable. All you told the court is that a book by the same name was involved in a fire? In which case, it would be reasonable to assume that it was burnt to ashes. And entirely unreasonable to infer that it magically removed itself to the scene of the crime.
Perhaps it would make more sense if I told you the cause of the fire was marital discord. Without going into details, it appears that Miss Garadeb was considerably enraged. Apparently, she continued to attack Mr. Garadeb even amid the flames.
Oh, how awful! I can't even imagine being so horrid to the one you love. Can you, Raleigh?
Absolutely not, sir. My Patricia will never raise a finger against me, sir.
Yet she's tugging on your frickin' scarf.
It's a
Yeah.
tug of
I'm
love.
into it, Mom.
And all my favorite old novels in that case. Not as soon as the fire got hold of them, that was it. Whoosh! Up in smoke! Then the wife started hurling things at me. Yeah!
She could have
There
hurled
was
a knife out the
There was
window.
I, back up against the window, under heavy enemy fire, incendiary books coming 10 to the dozen.
The man who had his back up against the window and he had a burning book thrown at him. Jesus, are you suggesting that the book was thrown through a window and landed coincidentally at the scene of the crime?
Oh, for God.
No.
it, man.
A thorough investigation of the surrounding area was conducted conducted the very evening of the incident. And there was no report of the Garadeb's window pane being broken.
That's quite true. We also saw no sign of broken glass when we visited the Garadeb household. But it is not conceivable that the window was open at the time it...
Not even remotely. Let us not forget the season and the chilling weather that accompanies it. No Londoner would ever leave a window open in the middle of winter.
Ah!
The defense
Postulate.
postulate this scenario seriousness, counsel? Do you earnestly claim that the book found at the scene was a flaming projectile thrown by Mr. Gebb's wife?
I believe it's a possibility, my lord.
Let me guess. Another objection.
That's quite enough.
Quite enough.
What? Who? What?
Oh, it's me. It's quite enough. Well, I hope that everyone can see you for what you are now, you little foreign trickster. You call yourself a lawyer, but you're just a coward, a mean coward.
Really?
Claiming that our little tiff set the whole neighborhood alight. Honestly. Implying that I'm merely posing as a maid for appearance's sake. How could you? It's nothing to do with this beastly case. Not any of it. All you've done is sully your family's name.
No, I assure you, that was never my intention.
Dragging an upstanding citizen's name through the mud simply to divert attention from your failing defense. I should box your ears, that's what I should do. It's utterly unforgivable.
You just slap me.
Too right.
Here we go.
How long have we sat here now, listening to this Nipponese spouting out his fancy foreign theories? But think about it. At the end of the day, the only person who could have possibly stabbed the victim is that little hunchback with the mustache, and he ran away from the scene too.
I do declare you're right.
It's true.
Yes, what did I tell you?
Makes sense to me.
Sorry? What's that?
Oh no.
Oh, fuck.
Well,
We can do this.
it would appear that the ladies and gentlemen of the jury are once again in full agreement.
Ah, we were so close.
What is your position, Lord Van Zeeks?
Enough with the wine already!
In truth, with my lord, I feel these have been unnecessarily protracted proceedings. But then, one must always exercise the patience in order to savor the best vintage.
No, wait. The mystery of the fourth book still hasn't been.
Oh,
Fucking
The
hell!
leg!
If books are your prediction, my learned friend, study them on your own time.
Your foot off the table.
I ought to give this guy a boot to the head.
And one for Jenny in the whip.
oh my god.
What? No forgive the discourtesy this time?
In that case, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, will you state your individual decisions regarding the defendant's culpability?
Culpability.
Culpability, yeah.
No.
For the court to hear?
Oh, they're voicing
Fuck.
this.
Fuck. Fuck.
No.
Fuck.
No!
Fuck. Fuck.
No! Not again!
Bitch, again, this is fucking bullshit. This is fucking bullshit. This is like, hold on, this is fucking bullshit.
Hold on! Guys, remember! We
I'm
might...
so angry that I'm spouting gibberish.
Guys, remember! We might... Guys, remember, we might have another chance for another summation examination.
That's twice now. It's over.
Mr. Naruhodo, don't give up!
Mrs. Otto?
Have you forgotten? The battle isn't over yet!
You're not suggesting...
Of course, the defense has the right to another summation examination at this point. You could still convince the jurors to change their minds. You have one more chance.
How many one more chances have we had so far?
More than you like.
My lord, the defense acts to exercise its right to a summation examination.
And you know what, guys? I think this is a good point to leave it at a cliffhanger for all of those at home.
Yeah, I agree. It's almost
Have it.
Anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining us for day 8. I will definitely be uploading the video tomorrow to give it time to process and do all of the stuff that it has to do. But after New Year's Eve, we will be continuing Chaos and Disorder Day. Also, as another reminder, Selene Hime wishes to stream at some point during the new year. So we'll hopefully see what she's got up her sleeve. So thank you guys so much for joining. And we will see you all in another day of maddening chaos and disorder. Thank you all for joining, and we will see you all another day. So,
Bye-bye.
Well, everyone.
goodbye, everybody.
Bye.